Faster than a speeding bullet. More powerful than a locomotive. Able to leap tall buildings at a single bound. Look, up in the sky. It's a bird. It's a plane. It's Superman.
During his exciting adventure in the underseas kingdom, Superman returned to his apartment in Metropolis, where he lives disguised as Clark Kent, mild-mannered and bespectacled reporter. But when he entered his apartment, he received the shock of his life. Then, as soon as he could collect his wits, he hastily summoned his close friend, the famous Batman, the only person in the world who was aware of Superman's double identity. And when Batman arrived in his guise of Bruce Wayne, Kent repeated,
"Someone has found out that I, Clark Kent, am really Superman."
"What? You're kidding."
Oh, if only I were, Bruce.
Well, who is it?
I don't know. Someone got into my apartment while I was gone and learned my secret.
How could anyone find out you were Superman by merely breaking into your apartment?
Look at that.
Look at what?
You see this wall panel? It's set in a track. And when it's closed, like this, there's no way of telling there's a closet behind the panel.
Oh, yes, I remember you telling me about it.
Uh-huh.
You keep a spare Superman costume in there, don't you?
That's right. When I got back here a half hour ago, I found the panel open like this. And my spare Superman costume was gone.
Uh-oh.
That means somebody else besides you and me is aware of my double identity.
Now, wait, Clark. This may not be as bad as you think.
Are you kidding? If this person, whoever he is, doesn't choose to reveal his information but keeps it to himself, I'll never know another comfortable moment. Why, he'll be able to trick me, trap me, drive me crazy.
Granted. But has it occurred to you that maybe this person who got in here may not know you're Superman?
Not know? When he took my costume?
Well, he may have been a sneak thief and not realized what it was.
Oh, nonsense.
He might have thought it was a masquerade costume.
Cut it out, Bruce. You don't believe that any more than I do. Anyhow, it wasn't a sneak thief.
How do you know?
Because nothing else is missing.
Are you sure?
Positive. There was a valuable watch, some cufflinks, and a set of pearl evening studs right here in my dresser drawer, and they're still here.
Mm-hmm.
None of my suits or overcoats were taken from my closet either. So it wasn't any sneak thief. No, it must have been someone who became suspicious somehow that I was Superman, got in here, and proved it to his own satisfaction.
Well, I must admit it does look that way to me, too.
Oh, what do I do, Bruce? I can't call the police because if I tell them my costume is missing, they'll know who I am.
That's right. We've got to handle this ourselves, Clark. And we've got to work fast.
Thanks, Bruce, thanks. I was hoping you'd say that because I really need your help. For once, I don't know where to start. I'm pretty upset.
I know how you feel. Now, look, have you talked to the building superintendent?
No. You think maybe he's the one?
No, but he might have seen somebody loitering around.
That's an idea. Come on, we'll go down and have a talk with Mr. Johnson.
Mr. Kent, I didn't hear of any robberies in the building while you was away.
Did you notice anything suspicious, Johnson? Anybody loitering around the place?
No, Mr. Wayne. I'd have called the police right off if I did. Something missing from your apartment, Mr. Kent?
Yes, there is.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Did you call the police?
No, I didn't call the police.
Well, I'll call them if you want me to.
No, don't bother.
Well, if there's something stolen...
I'd prefer to just forget the whole thing, Mr. Johnson.
Well, just as you say, Mr. Kent.
Thanks. Come on, Bruce. Let's go back to my apartment. Well, there you are, Bruce. What Johnson told us confirms my suspicion that whoever was here came here to confirm his belief that I am Superman.
Maybe. But let's try it from another angle, Clark. Did you ever before have reason to believe that somebody suspected your double identity?
Yes, there are two people.
Who are they?
One is Herbert Calkins, the Scotland Yard detective who almost proved I was Superman, you remember?
Oh, yes. I'll never forget that.
Neither will I.
But we definitely convinced him he was wrong, didn't we?
Well, I'm not so sure now.
I am. Rule him out. Who's the other person?
Lois Lane.
Lois Lane? Are you kidding?
Not at all. She almost had the goods on me half a dozen times. I think I've managed to talk or laugh her out of it, but I'm not sure she's completely convinced. Say, wait a minute.
What now?
I just remembered. Jim has a key to my apartment.
Jim Olsen?
Yes. I gave him one last month when I wanted to keep him and Freddie the Midget under cover. Just occurred to me he never returned it.
And you think he might have become suspicious? Let himself in here and found the secret closet?
Well, anything's possible.
Oh, now, look here. I think that's stretching it a bit, don't you?
Oh, confound it, Bruce. I'm so upset. I don't know what to think.
Well, take it easy, chum.
But this
is a bad time to get the jitters. Look, I'll give Robin a ring and have him hop up here with our fingerprint outfit. And we'll go over this place and see if we can pick up anything.
Good idea. While you two work here, I'll run over to the Daily Planet.
Want to put Jim on the pan?
Yes, and Lois, too, and everybody. I won't be able to rest until I find out who knows my secret and what he's going to do about it. Oh, I'll see you later, Bruce. Hello, Jim.
What? Leaping lizards. Mr. Ken.
What's the matter? Why the great surprise?
Well, I just... Listen, how'd you get here?
How do you suppose?
Well, you must have flown.
What do you mean, flown?
Oh, gee whiz, there's no other way you could have gotten here so fast.
Why do you say that, Jim?
Well, I called up your apartment before you came in just now. I talked to your friend Bruce Wayne, and he said you'd left just that minute. How could you get all the way over here so fast?
Oh, so that's all it is.
Or what is?
Never mind, skip it.
Well, skip what? How could you get here so fast?
Well, when Bruce said I'd just left, he might have meant that I'd left a few minutes ago.
Yeah, I suppose so.
Look, Jim, remember when little Freddie was here, I gave you a key to my apartment?
A key?
Uh-huh.
Oh, yeah.
Have you still got it?
Well, sure. Well, no, I haven't.
You haven't? Where is it?
Well, let me think.
You didn't lose it, did you?
No, I gave it to somebody.
You gave it to somebody?
Uh-huh, before I went to London to join you and Candy Myers.
Well, why in
Well, I
hell-
didn't want to risk losing the key, so I gave it to... Let's see now. Oh, yeah.
Tell me, who was it?
Miss Lane.
Lois.
Uh-huh. I told her to keep it for you. She... Say, what's the matter, Mr. Kent? Well, you're white as a sheet, and you're trembling. Are you sick?
I don't feel very well.
Oh, well, here, sit down. I'll get you some water.
No, water won't help me, Jim. I've got to find out. Get it over with.
Find what out? Get what over?
I've got to see Lois.
Hello, Clark. What's on your mind?
Oh, I'd like to know what's on your mind, Lois.
Why, what makes you think there's anything on my mind?
Well, I can tell.
You can look right through my skull and see, hmm?
What do you mean by that?
Oh, now look, what is this, the third degree?
Stop playing games, Lois. I've got to know.
You've got to know what?
If you... well, you're up to something, Lois. I can see it in your face.
Is that so?
Yes. When I came in here, you tore a page out of your typewriter and slipped it under that pile of papers. Now, what were you writing?
Well, it may have been a letter.
Yes, it may have been, but I don't think it was.
You think it was a story?
I do.
A page one story?
Look, Lois, will
Maybe
you
a
stop?
great big scoop for page one? Maybe one of the biggest scoops this paper or any other paper ever had?
Lois, if you don't stop being coy...
Who's being coy? I mean it.
You mean what?
I have got a terrific scoop, Brother Kent, but really terrific.
What is it?
Just wait till you see, Clark. Just wait. It'll not only knock your eyes out, but I can tell you that you'll never be the same again. Never. Oh, brother, have I got you over a barrel, Clark.
I wish you'd tell me what you're talking about, Lois.
Oh, not a chance.
Well, maybe I can guess.
You can?
Yes. Before Jim joined me in London, he gave you the key to my apartment, didn't he?
Well, that's right, but what's that got
And now
to do?
you say that when your story comes out, I'll never be the same again.
Well, yes, but I still don't
Look,
see...
Lois, do me a favor. Please don't publish that story.
What?
Don't turn it in. Tear it up. Forget all about it.
Clark, are you mad?
I was never more sane in my life. Now, I beg you, Lois, don't turn that story in. If you do, it'll do me tremendous harm.
Do you harm?
Yes, I won't be half as valuable. You ought to be able to see that.
Well, of all the garbage...
Now, please, Lois, do as I
The
ask.
unmitigated nerve. This takes the cake.
Lois, listen. You see the
Yes,
whole...
I see, all right. You can get scoop after scoop after scoop, and that's okay.
No,
Oh,
what-
yes, that's fine. Everybody bows down
Look,
to you,
Lois.
the great reporter. But when I get one scoop, I'm supposed to tear it up. It might lower your prestige.
What?
You're the only one around here who's supposed to get scoops.
Hey, wait a minute.
Why, the next thing I know, you'll be objecting to my taking a byline on a story.
No, Lois, look. When
I
want...
knew you had a swelled head, Clark, but this
Wait a
just
minute.
isn't
Wait a
him.
minute.
I
Will you?
tell
Wait. Just what is this story you're talking about?
It's about our boss, Perry White, being drafted for the presidential nomination, of course.
Oh, well, of course you... What? Are you kidding?
Of course I'm not kidding.
Perry
I got
White?
the information this morning, and only I got
The
it.
chief?
That the leaders of one of the major political parties have practically decided to draft the chief for the presidential nomination.
Well, I'll be...
He's attracted national attention with his government as a reform mayor of Metropolis, and they think he'll have a chance to be president. And you asked me not to print that story.
Oh, boy, was I way off base.
Well, what's so funny? What are you laughing at?
Oh, and I practically told you, too.
Tell me what... Oh, Claude, you make me so furious. Will you please tell me what you're laughing about?
That's right. What am I laughing about?
What?
Just because it isn't you. Matter of fact, it might be better if it had been you.
Clark, are you all right?
At least I'd know who it was then, and I know it wasn't a dangerous criminal.
Clark, do you feel quite well?
Frankly, Lois, I never felt worse in my life.
Ah, I knew there was something wrong with you. Now, you just sit right where you are,
No.
Clark. I'm going to call a
Oh,
doctor.
now, don't be silly. A doctor can't help me. I've got to find out... Say, wait a minute. The key. What about the key?
What key?
The key to my apartment, the one Jim left with you. To whom did you give it, or did you lose it?
I didn't give it to anyone, and I didn't lose it.
Oh, well, then where is it?
It's right here in my desk.
Are you sure?
Certainly. Here it is.
Yes, that's my key, all right. Thanks, Lois.
Clark, what is the matter with you? All this fuss about a key and the strange things that you're saying, they don't make any sense.
Well,
and when I told you the chief might be drafted for the presidency, you just laughed. There must be something wrong with
There's
you.
plenty wrong, Lois, but I can't tell you about it. I'm going back to my apartment now. Batman and Robin might have turned up something.
Batman and Robin, what have they
I've
done?
got to rush. So long, Lois. At least, Batman, I know now that neither Jim nor Lois discovered the secret closet, so they haven't found out who I really am.
You sure of that, Clark?
Positive, but who did? I've got to know. Somebody may be setting a trap for me at this very instant.
Now, take it easy, chum. Robin and I may have turned up something.
No kidding, have you?
Well, we've been dusting your apartment here for fingerprints, you know.
Uh-huh.
Hoping whoever made off with your costume might have left his calling card.
Well, did you find anything?
Well, this could be. We got 3 sets of prints on the panel of your secret closet.
3 sets?
Uh-huh. One is undoubtedly yours, and one could be mine. I remember taking hold of the panel. But there's a 3rd set besides.
Well, what are we waiting for? Let's get down to police headquarters and see if we can find out who belongs to that 3rd set.
Now, wait a minute. Robin is in there lifting the prints off the panel now. He's an expert at that stuff.
Oh. How you coming, Robin?
Okay, be with you in a sec, Mr. Kent.
Right, hurry it up, will you?
Now, these prints may pay off, Clark, but don't count on it. Because some perfectly innocent person may have touched the panel. The cleaning woman, for instance.
Yeah, I know. But I've got my fingers crossed, Batman.
You and I both.
Here they are, gents. All the pretty little fingerprints.
Oh, swell, Robin. Now, if we're all set...
Come on, let's hop down to police headquarters.
You were right on 2 sets of prints, Batman. One of them's yours and the other's Kent's.
I was sure of that, Sergeant Healy, but I don't...
What about the 3rd set, Sergeant? Do they match any in your files?
Yeah, give us the answer to the $64 question.
Anderson, our fingerprint expert, is checking on that 3rd set now. He'll call me as soon as he knows.
Oh.
Look, what's this all about?
Well,
It's confidential, Sergeant. Do you mind?
What good would it do me if I did mind, Batman? I know you wouldn't open up.
How right you are.
maybe that's Anderson now, Sergeant.
We'll see. Inspector's office, Sergeant Haley speaking. Oh, yeah, Andy. What do you got?
It's Anderson.
Yeah? Uh-huh. What? Are you sure?
What is it?
Well, the same guy.
What same guy?
Wait, Robin.
That's what I want to know. And I'll find out. Right, Andy. So long.
What did Anderson say, Sergeant?
Did he identify those prints?
I'll say he identified them. And there's something screwy here. Something very screwy. Now, look, you guys, before I do any talking, you've got to come clean with me. Because there's something very screwy here.
What do you mean, Sergeant?
Where did you and Batman get that set of fingerprints, Kent?
Why, I guess we can tell you that. In my apartment.
Your apartment.
That's right. Somebody stole something from the apartment, and we're trying to trace him.
Well, Kent, you didn't report a robbery.
Well, I know I didn't. I just returned to Metropolis today, and when I got to my apartment, I discovered that that I'd been robbed.
That checks, then.
What do you mean?
The guy who left those prints is Willie Snyder, an ex-con who was seen in the alley behind your apartment building just before noon today.
Willie Snyder?
You mean...
Yeah. This Willie Snyder, an ex-con who violated his parole, was stopped by Officer Robinson in the alley behind your apartment building, Kent. Just before noon today. He had a bundle rolled up under his arm, which Robinson said looked like a fancy dress get-up of some sort.
That's it, Clark.
What is it?
Never mind, Robin. Well, go on, Sergeant. What happened? Was this man Snyder arrested?
Well, Officer Robinson started to arrest him, but Snyder pulled a gun on him.
Uh-oh.
Robinson went for his own gun, but Snyder shot first. He got Robinson in the leg. Robinson went down, but he emptied his gun into Snyder as the rat was running away.
You mean he killed Snyder?
We don't know. We haven't been able to find him.
What?
But you said Robinson emptied his gun into him. How could he
He's
get
sure
away?
he hit him at least twice. But this Snyder must be an Iron Man. He kept on going down the alley, staggering and falling, Robinson says, and he got away.
Christopher Columbus.
A man as badly wounded as that couldn't go far.
That's what we figured, Kent. But the shooting happened just before noon. It's past 6 o'clock in the evening now. We've been combing the city, but we haven't been able to find hide nor hair of Willie Snyder.
That, Kent, puts you in one sweet spot.
But just the same, Snyder got away.
How long ago was this, Sergeant?
Just before noon, Batman.
Well, it's 6:30 now. That means he's been missing over 6 hours.
That's right, Kent. During that time, we've searched every inch of the neighborhood. We looked in all the dives, contacted every doctor in Metropolis. Found neither hide nor hair of the guy.
That's strange.
Yes, a wounded man shouldn't be able to get very far.
That's what we figured, too. But somehow Snyder's managed to give us the slip. So far.
Well, we've got to find him right away.
Don't worry, we'll find him. No small fry cook, and
hide out successfully from us for long.
We know that, but we've got to find him before he can do some real damage.
What do you mean by that, Batman?
Skip it. Look, you say Snyder violated his parole, so you must have a picture of him.
Sure. Got a wanted notice with his picture on it right here.
Good.
So that's Snyder, eh?
Say, I've seen this man before.
You have, Clark?
Sure. He was part of a gang I helped to round up a couple of years ago.
You helped round up.
Oh, yes. Superman did that. I covered the story.
Well, that makes more sense.
Slender, middle height, about 155 pounds, squint in left eye, speaks in high nasal whine.
Think you'll recognize him if you see him, Batman?
Leave it to me, Clark.
Let's go, then. We'll check with you later, Sergeant. Keep an eye on that alley entrance, Batman. When I strip down to my Superman outfit.
What are you going to do?
Going back to where Willie Snyder was last seen and look for him there. Where's Robin?
He went for the Batmobile. He'll be here soon.
Well, I can't wait. It's just possible that Snyder is hiding out near the scene of the shooting, waiting for it to get dark and for the police to leave the neighborhood.
Could be. He's still alive.
On the chance that he is, I've got to nail him before he makes use of his knowledge that I'm Clark Kent or reveals it to others. Because if that happens, I'm a cooked goose. See you later, Batman.
Right. Robin and I will join you out there.
Okay. Up, up, and away!
This is your Daily Planet radio reporter bringing you the 7 o'clock news. Metropolis. Although believed to be seriously wounded, Willie Snyder, the ex-convict who shot a police officer shortly before noon today, has so far managed to escape capture. Inspector Henderson urges all citizens to be on the lookout for Snyder and to call the police at once if he is seen. Snyder is 36, dark complected.
Yeah, okay,
155.
Hey, you remember Willie Snyder, don't you, Peggy?
Yeah, the dope.
Yeah, only a dope would shoot a cop. Now all the cops is looking for him. Thought Willie had more brains than that.
If he had brains, he wouldn't have gone to the big house. He's a two-time loser, ain't he?
Just once.
Well, even once makes him a jerk.
Oh, I don't know, Peggy. Look at Mike Hickey. He's up to the big house. You gotta admit, he's got brains. Why, he used to run the whole city.
Yeah. And now Perry White's running. White and his punk reform crowd. They're starving us to death.
Yeah, it sure ain't so good no more, is it?
Terrible. White jammed the lid down so tight in this town we're out of business, that's what.
Yeah, you said it.
Not only that, I can hardly go outside with what some nosy dick from Inspector Henderson's office is looking me over.
Remember how in the old days you could spit in a dick's eye?
Yeah. Chopin, I'd leave Metropolis flat. Only it just ain't so easy to crack another big city.
And another thing, Perry White can't live forever,
Forget that. Your life wouldn't be worth a nickel if you're trying to get White. He cleaned up the police force, the DA's office, the courts, everything. If I could just think of some angle.
You'll think of one, Biggie.
Yeah, well, I'd better if I want to stay out of the poorhouse. Look, Chopin, play me something, huh? It helps me to think.
Yeah, sure, Biggie. What'll it be? Boogie?
Boogie or ragtime, I don't care.
Okay, just relax, Biggie. Here comes. That's okay, Biggie?
That's fine. Just keep on playing.
You know me. I can play all day and all night.
You have to gab all the time, too?
Okay, I won't say a word.
That's nice. Now, see who it is, Chopin.
Yeah, okay.
Well, hurry up.
Okay, I'm coming.
Tell that fool of yours to stop ringing.
Stop ringing that shiplet. Holy cats. Biggie, look who it is.
Who? What the?
Willie Snyder, that's who it is. It's Willie Snyder.
What are you doing here, Snyder?
I gotta see you, Biggie. I got something big.
Yeah, what is it, Willie?
Shut up, Chopin. Now, look, Snyder. You gotta get out of here. You're hot. Every cop in town is looking for you.
I know, but you gotta listen.
No,
Biggie.
beat it. I got enough trouble without you jamming me up with the cops. Go on, now, scram.
No, listen.
Throw him out, Chopin.
Oh, wait a minute, will you, Biggie? He's hurt bad.
Well, what do I care? Mayor White and Inspector Henderson have been breaking their necks to get something on me. Now, if this jerk is found here, I'm a dead duck.
But, Biggie, you gotta listen.
Biggie's right, Willie. Come on, shove off.
Look, what I got is worth millions. Millions.
You're out of your head. Now, beat it now, all right?
Please, Biggie.
Wait. What's that bundle of rags you're holding on to, Snyder?
The Superman's costume.
That's what?
Superman's costume?
Yeah, I...
Holy smoke.
Are you kidding me, Snyder?
No, sir, help me.
Where'd you get it?
I got it from his apartment.
You lifted it, huh?
His apartment?
Yeah. Now I know who Superman really is.
You do?
Yeah. I know his other name. The guy he makes out to be when he ain't Superman.
Yeah, he must be out of his head.
Wait, Chopin. Is this on the level, Snyder?
No, sir, help me. Let me stay here and I'll make a deal.
He's going under.
Catch him, Chopin.
I got him. He passed out.
Put him on the couch.
Okay. Chief, you think that's straight? What he told us, Biggie?
Yeah, it must be. I know that Superman's costume he's got. Wait here. I'll get Doc right over.
You better tell him to hurry. Willie looks awful bad.
Yeah, that Doc will save him. He's got to. This is the break of a lifetime, Chopin. The break that'll make it possible for us to get away with murder.
I think this is where Willie Snyder hid out, Batman.
You mean in this old fire station?
Uh-huh. He must have waited until it got dark.
Impossible, Superman. The police combed the neighborhood. They couldn't have missed this place.
Oh, I don't say they did. But they missed our convict friend who was hiding out here. Look, under this manhole cover.
What's in there?
Shine your flashlight into this sewer and you'll see.
Uh-oh. That blood on the walls of the sewer?
That's right. Willie Snyder was wounded, you know.
Yeah, I think I get it now.
It's obvious. Snyder figured the police wouldn't think to look for him in the sewer, so he hid in here until the police had come and gone and stayed there till it got dark. Then he beat him.
Could be, but...
Oh, wait. What are you looking for, Batman?
There are no bloodstains out here on the floor. How do you figure that?
Well, he had my costume, you know. He could have stopped up his wounds with that.
Yeah, I suppose so. Where did he go from here?
That's what I want to know. Couldn't have left more than an hour ago. It's only been dark that long.
And he couldn't have walked very far, hurt as badly as the police say he was.
No. Hey, wait, Batman.
Now what?
Shine your light down here beside the manhole.
What, like this?
No, a little farther to right.
Huh?
That's it. Now, see that footprint?
Not too well.
What's the matter with your eyes? Look, I can even see that the man who made that footprint had a hole in the bottom of his shoe.
Well, I haven't Superman eyes, you know. But if you say so.
Clear as day to me. Assuming that police officers don't have holes in their shoes, chances are these footprints are Willie Snyder's. And look, they lead right out the door.
You think you can follow them?
That's what I'm hoping.
Well, come on.
Yeah, wait till I put this manhole cover back in place. All right, let's go, Batman.
I'm right with you. Oh, wait, I'll open the door.
Okay, thanks.
You still see those footprints?
Uh-huh. They go right up the alley. What the... Thunder. Storm's coming. We'll have to work fast, Batman, before the rain washes out the tracks. Where's Robin?
The police headquarters, waiting for my call.
There's no time to call him now. Up with you.
All set, Superman. Let her rip.
Uh-oh. Really pouring now. Hang on, Batman. Here we go. Up, and away! Well, we're stuck now, Batman. And rain's washed out all the tracks.
Yeah, what a break. What do we do now, Superman?
Well, we've come about a half a mile. Snyder stayed on foot. He can't be far away. So let's search this neighborhood thoroughly and see if we can
Now,
pick
wait.
up his trail.
He may have picked up a ride, you know.
Well, I know, and if he did, it's going to be tough to find him because he'd make for some underworld hideout. But still,
Look, this is where Robin and I can be very helpful because we know our way around the dives and the low spots of this town, you know.
Yes, that's a good idea, Batman. Suppose you and Robin go to work on that angle, and I'll have a look-see from the air.
Check.
We must find Snyder before he talks, or it's going to be too bad for me.
We'll do our best. Where can we contact you?
My apartment or the Daily Planet. Ask for Clark Kent, of course.
Naturally. Well, I'm off to get Robin. Good luck, Superman.
This is one time I need it. So long, Batman. Up, and away!
How is it with Snyder, Doc?
He's in bad shape, Biggie. Under the circumstances, I doubt if he'll last beyond the night.
No, I told you he's got to live. Long enough to tell me what I want to know, anyhow.
Now, that's easy to say, Biggie, but...
Don't give me any buts. This guy knows something will be worth millions to me. Millions.
But you don't understand, Biggie. Snyder was shot twice. I've extracted one of the bullets, but the other one penetrated a lung and is lodged near the heart.
Oh, get it out.
It's not that simple.
Requires a very delicate operation. It should be done in a hospital.
You've done plenty of operations and not in hospitals either.
Yes, but I've never performed an operation of this sort. Very few surgeons have. Anyhow, I tell you that unless I work on him in a hospital, he won't stand a chance.
How can we take him to a hospital? You know he shot a cop. The whole police force is looking for him.
I know,
In the old days, it would have been easy. We could take over a whole hospital if we wanted to. Since Perry White got to be mayor, we can't do a thing.
Well, in that case, I'm afraid I can't help you.
Don't give me that, you stupid croaker. Do you realize I got enough on you to have you sent up for life?
Look, Biggie, it won't do any good to threaten me. I can't perform miracles, you know.
Well, you're gonna perform one tonight.
Now, look.
White and his reform crowd put me out of business, but now I got a chance to come back. To make more dough than you or I ever dreamed about. And if you think I'm gonna lose that chance on account of you, you're crazy. Now go in there and get that bullet out of Snyder's heart or whatever it is.
I tell you, Biggie, I can't. It's too much of a job for me. As a matter of fact, I doubt that anybody in Metropolis could do it except Bushmill.
Who?
Dr. Asa Bushmill. He's the famous surgeon who perfected a new technique in this type of operation. But I wouldn't have a chance, especially without a trained anesthetist and nurses. You see, Snyder's very weak. I gave him plasma.
Wait a minute. This guy Bushmill worries.
At his home, I suppose, or the hospital. Why?
I'm just thinking.
Oh, if you're thinking of getting Dr. Bushmill to operate on Snyder, forget it. In the first place, you said yourself you don't dare take him to a hospital.
Shut up.
What are you doing, Biggie?
Looking up Bushmill's phone number.
What for?
It's just... Here we are, physician.
What's the idea? You know you can't take Snyder to a hospital.
Yeah, I know.
You certainly don't think Bushmill would agree to come here to operate, and on a man wanted by the police at that.
Yeah, I know that, too. Yeah, here it is, Bushmill, doctor.
Well, then why are you...
I want to have a talk with a guy.
I don't get it. Why are you calling him?
You'll find out, Doc. Hello. Is Dr. Asa Bushmill there, please? I gotta talk to him.
Wait, what on...
Get in, Doc.
Who are you?
I'm your new chauffeur. Come on, get in, I said.
Now, look here, I don't know what this means, but
Easy, Doc. There's another guy right behind you. That's a gun you feel in your back.
A gun?
Yeah, gun. Now get in the car, Doc. Hurry up.
But I...
Sit down and don't yell. I got an itchy trigger finger. Okay, Chopin, get going.
See here, I don't understand. Where are you taking me?
To see a new patient.
A patient?
Yeah. A guy whose name is Willie Snyder.
Look, Dr. Bushmill, there's a guy here with a bullet near his heart. I understand you're the only man who could get it out and save the guy's life, so get busy.
You must be out of your mind, Conroy. You think you can bring me here at gunpoint and then expect me to operate on a man wanted by the police? A man who, I'm told, shot a police officer.
Be smart, Doctor. Do like I say, and nothing will happen to you.
You must be mad if you think you can get away with anything like this. I advise you to call the police at once and have them pick this man up. They'll take him to the city hospital where he'll get proper medical attention.
But, Doctor, if the police knew Snyder was here, I'd get in trouble, see?
I don't care anything about that.
I care. I care a lot, see? Besides, and this is most important, Snyder knows something I want very much for him to tell me. And he can't tell me.
I refuse to be a party to this. Now, I'm going to call the police right now.
Put down that phone.
Nothing doing.
Chopin, show Dr. Bushmill your gun.
Yeah, sure. Look, Doc. Pretty, ain't it?
Why, you wouldn't dare shoot me.
Don't be a sucker, Doc.
Better hang up that phone.
No.
Yeah. Now you're showing some sense, Doc.
Okay, don't waste any more time. Go on in and operate on Snyder.
No, I won't do it. It's against the law for me to operate on this man.
Don't worry, Doc. We won't turn you in.
Besides, it's impossible for me to operate here. I haven't the proper equipment or an anesthetist.
The boys brought your medical bag along, and Doc Crandall, the guy who's in there with Snyder now, he'll give you a hand. Now stop wasting time.
Yeah, my trigger finger's getting very itchy.
But Oh, very well.
Good. Now remember, don't let Snyder die. Because if you do, you'll die too. Now get going.
Hello,
call, Lois.
Oh, hello, Chief. I'm so glad you came over.
What's the idea of calling me away from City Hall?
Well, you see, Chief...
Gee, Aunt, you and Kent and the rest of the staff run the Daily Planet without bothering me every 5 minutes?
It isn't about the paper that I called you.
In case you've forgotten, I'm the mayor now. That's a big job. Keeps me plenty busy.
I know you're busy, Chief, and I'm busy, too, but I'm worried. I don't know what to do, and you've got to help me.
Well, why, of course, Lois. I'll help you. Now, what's gone wrong with you?
There's nothing wrong with me. It's Clark.
Kent?
Yes, he's been acting very strangely, Chief.
Well, that's nothing new for Kent. Always disappearing, heaven knows where, never explaining,
no,
never
it isn't that. He's been acting so nervous.
Nervous?
Yes, he jumps at the slightest sound. He says things that don't make any sense, and, well, I think that he is scared to death.
Scared? Of what?
I don't know, and he won't tell me. Of course, I know Clark isn't what you'd call exactly brave, but he didn't used to jump like this when he saw his own shadow.
Well, maybe he's working too hard, or maybe he's a little under the weather.
I asked him if he was sick.
Well?
He said he never felt worse in his life, but when I wanted to call a doctor, he wouldn't let me. He said a doctor couldn't help his trouble.
Well, what does that mean?
I don't know. That's why I'm worried, Chief. So Jim Olsen and I talked it over, and we decided I ought to call you.
I'm glad you did. I'll see Kent, and I'll tell...
Listen, Lois, did Bat...
Oh, hello, Clark.
Oh, hello,
See how
Chief.
strange he looks, Chief? Look at
How are you, Kent?
Okay, I guess. Listen, Lois, have you heard from Batman?
Batman? Why, no.
Oh, hang it.
Well, what's the matter now?
Why should Batman call you?
Oh, no reason, I guess. Or he would have called.
Huh?
What kind of double talk is that?
What about Inspector Henderson? Did he call?
Why, no.
Oh, he promised to let me know at once if he picked up Willie Snyder.
Willie Snyder?
You mean that ex-convict who shot the police officer?
Yes, but unless I find him and fast, my name will be mud.
What's this?
What do you mean, Clark?
Snyder knows who I am.
What?
What?
I said Snyder knows... What am I saying?
Yeah, that's what I want to know.
As if everybody didn't know who I am.
You see, Chief?
Yes. Now, look, Kent, you've been working pretty hard now. How would you like to take a little vacation?
Vacation? Unless I get a break, I may be taking a permanent vacation.
Now, what kind of talk is that,
Now,
Clark?
look, Kent, how would you like to go down to Florida for a few weeks? All expenses paid, of course.
How can I, Chief?
Or how about the North Woods, Clark? You've always liked the outdoors.
Don't be ridiculous. I have no... I'll get it.
No, wait a minute. That's my phone,
Maybe
Clark.
for me. Clark Kent speaking. Oh, yes, Farber. What do you know?
Who's Farber?
Harry Farber, our new police reporter.
Oh.
That's so. Well, hold on. I'll have the operator connect you with the city... Say, wait a minute. Did you say Dr. Asa Bushmill, the famous surgeon?
Dr. Bushmill?
What about him?
It is, eh? Well, look, Harry, wait there for me. I'll be down at once.
What is it, Clark?
What about Dr. Bushmill?
Someone saw him being forced into a car at gunpoint by two thugs.
What?
Good heavens.
This might be a hot lead.
What do you mean?
You know, Willie Snyder was badly wounded before he disappeared.
That's right.
It could just be that he holed up someplace in the underworld and that it was his pals who grabbed Dr. Bushmill in an effort to save his life.
But, Kent, listen.
No time now. I'm going out to track this down.
He stares at the physician. Then, with a sharp wave of his hand, he barks an order.
Hold it, Chopin. Well, how'd it go, Dr. Bushmill?
Yeah, how's Willie?
Will he live?
I don't think so.
Huh? What? Now, look here, Doc. I warned
Save
you
your
that
breath, Mr. Conroy. Even though you forced me to come here, I am, first of all, a physician with a duty to my fellow man.
So what does that mean?
Means that I did my very best to save him.
Why do you say he won't live?
Because the operation was delayed too long. The bullet had penetrated the heart
I
wall.
don't care about that. I say the guy has got to live.
I've done everything I could.
And you got to do more. He must live long enough to tell me something I must know.
I'm sorry. Told you I've done my best.
Look, Doctor, maybe you can do something that'll bring him around for a minute or two, just long enough so he can talk. I'll pay you big dough if you can. Big dough.
Your money doesn't interest me any more than your threats, Mr. Conroy. But I think the patient will probably regain consciousness before the end.
Yeah?
Due to the stimulant I gave him. However, I forbid you to question him.
Are you kidding?
Definitely not. I forbid
Oh,
you.
yeah? I'd just like to see you stop me. Keep your eye on this guy, Chopin. I'm going to go sit by Willie until he comes to.
Now, Green, you say you saw two men push Dr. Bushmill into a car?
That's right, Inspector. I was just coming to work when I saw these two fellows grab Dr. Bushmill and push him into a car. It was right across the street from the hospital.
Are you sure it was Dr. Bushmill?
I'm positive, Mr. Kent. I was only about 50 feet away, and I saw him under a street lamp for a minute before these men grabbed him.
Well, didn't you call out or something?
Well, sure I did, but first I was too stunned to do anything. Then I yelled and ran after the car, but it got away.
Well, tell me, did you get a look at the two men?
Well, not much of a look. It was kind of dark near the car, but one of them was pretty big, I think.
That's a great help.
Look, Mr. Green, you said you ran after the car. Did you notice what kind of a car it was?
It was a sedan, I think. Blue or
black. I'm not sure.
You're not sure. That's just dandy.
But I got the license number.
You did?
Well, why didn't you say so?
Well, I was going to.
All right. Just give me the number.
Just a minute. I wrote it down on this piece of paper.
Pete's sake, man, let's have it.
Here it is. L16880.
Here, give me that paper.
Yes, that was good work, Mr. Green.
Oh, thanks.
You bet it was. Thanks a lot, Green.
You're welcome. I hope that helps you find Dr. Bushmill.
So do I.
Come on, Kent. We'll hop down to headquarters and trace this license number. Here, you'll have the name of the owner of that car right away, Kent.
I wish he'd hurry. Time's important.
You know, I can't figure this one out. Dr. Bushmill is a big shot, but he's far from wealthy. So why should anybody snatch him?
I got a hunch about that, Inspector.
You and your hunches. All right, go ahead. Spill it.
I think Dr. Bushmill may have been taken away to treat Willie Snyder.
You mean that ex-con who shot an officer last night?
Right. Officer Robinson is sure he put at least 2 bullets into Snyder.
So what?
Well, my guess is the wounded crook made his way to the hideout of some gang who grabbed Dr. Bushmill, one of the best surgeons in the country, to try to save him.
Are you kidding?
Certainly not.
Oh, boy, what a wild, cockeyed hunch that is.
Why?
Because why should anybody, even a gangster, take a chance like that for a small-time rat like Snyder? Abduction carries the death penalty in this state, you know.
Yes, but if Snyder offered to make a deal, well, a criminal might figure it was worth the risk if he could find out what Snyder knows.
What do you mean? What does Snyder know?
He
Huh?
came into possession of a very valuable secret yesterday. One that would be worth a great deal of money in the underworld and elsewhere, too.
What in the world are you talking about? What secret?
That I can't tell you.
What do you mean you can't tell me?
I'm sorry, Inspector. I can't. Besides, it won't help you a bit. Honest, it won't.
Now, don't get... Say, wait a minute.
What?
I just remembered that you told Sergeant Healy Snyder stole something from you, and that his fingerprints were found in your apartment. Isn't that right?
Why, yes.
Well, what did he steal?
That, Inspector, is what I can't tell you.
Now, you listen to me, Kent. If you think that you... Just a minute. Don't go away.
I have no intention of going away yet. That may be Sergeant Healy.
Inspector Henderson speaking. Yes, Healy. Did you check that number? Uh-huh. What's that? Uh-oh. Well, I'll be... Are you sure, Healy? You are, huh? Okay, get after it. Right. So long.
Well, Inspector?
This'll kill you, Kent. That license number is for Bushmill's own car.
What?
Yeah, they snatched him in his own car. So now we don't know any more about them than we did before.
Hey, Biggie, look. Snyder's coming, too.
Yeah, Chopin, he is. Maybe you can talk now. Listen, Snyder, you said you knew who Superman is. Now tell me. You hear me, Snyder? Tell me who Superman is.
I don't think he hears you, Biggie.
Wait. His lips are moving.
Dark now. Dark. Cops can't see me. Gotta get going.
Hey, get him.
Quiet, Chopin.
Dark, bad. Gotta keep going now. Gotta get the Biggie Conroy. Big shot.
Hey, he thinks he's still trying to get here, Biggie.
Yeah. Listen, Snyder. I'm Biggie Conroy. You hear me? I'm Biggie. I'll take care of you, Snyder. Just tell me who Superman is.
Me, Willie Snyder. I know who's Superman.
Well, come on, tell us, will you?
Yeah, come on, talk, Willie. Talk.
You know, Biggie, I think he's hysterical.
Shut up. I knew right away. As soon as I saw a costume. Can't fool me. Same costume that time Superman grabbed me and the boy.
Sure. Now listen, Snyder.
Gotta get out of here. Take costume. Take the Biggie Conroy. Get Big Doe.
He's nuts. We better get that croaker back in here.
That's no use. Dr. Bushmill said he can't do
No,
more.
no, you don't, cop. You ain't gonna touch his costume.
Well, what are we gonna do with this guy? He won't talk. The longer he stays here, the more...
Shut up, Chopin. Listen to me, Snyder.
Big Doe. Biggie Conroy. Superman. Big Doe. Superman.
Snyder.
What? Holy smokes, Biggie. I think he's dead.
Quick, Chopin. Get Dr. Bushmill in here. Go on.
Yeah, okay.
Hurry.
That you, Biggie?
Hey, wait, Chopin. Yes, Snyder. This is Biggie.
Good. I want to make a deal with you. I know who Superman is.
Well, you tell me who he is, and I'll cut you in for half the profits. You got millions.
Millions?
Yeah. Just tell me who he is.
Millions?
Yeah. Go on, Snyder. Tell me.
Who is Superman? Okay, Piggy. Get it. He lives at Maple Crest Apartments.
Huh? He lives in the Maple Crest Apartments?
Yeah. Park Place, 38.
Yeah, I know where it is.
Which apartment? Apartment number. Yeah.
Go on, Snyder.
What number? Snyder! Tell us. Uh-oh. Piggy, I think.
Yeah. He's dead, Chopin.
Holy cow, gone before he could tell us.
Maybe he told us enough.
What do you mean?
He told us Superman lives in the Maple Crest Apartments.
Well, yeah, but it's a big building. Lots of people live there.
Right. But we know he lives in an apartment with a movable panel in one of the walls and a secret closet behind it. Now all we gotta do is find out which apartment that is, Chopin. And when we get that, we'll know who Superman is.
Well, let's have it, Chopin. What's the dope?
Well, we dumped Snyder's body, like you said, Piggy. Then I went over to Maple Crest Apartments to case it.
Well?
It's a big joint, Piggy. 8 stories. 10 apartments on each floor. A penthouse on the roof. 3 apartments on the ground floor.
So what?
Well, that means there's 84 apartments there. So how are we going to get in all of them? And stay in them long enough to find a secret closet? Tell me that.
Yeah, there must be a way.
Bust in, maybe?
No, I can't pull a stunt like that.
Then tell me how we're going to do it.
Well, if you shut up, I'll try to figure it out.
Okay.
Must be a way to examine those apartments.
It's going to be tough, Piggy.
Look, Chopin, play me something on the piano. It helps me to think.
Yeah, sure, okay. What do you have? Swing? Boogie woogie? Or maybe some dreamy stuff, huh? Like this.
No, not that. It makes me sleepy.
Okay, Piggy. Let's see. How about this?
Yeah, that's your stuff, Chopin. That's nice. That'll help me think of something.
Sure you will. You got brains, Piggy.
Well, stop gabbing and let me use them.
Okay.
Let's see now. No, that's no good.
What's no good, Piggy?
Never mind. Maybe if... No, that's no good either. Hey, wait!
Huh?
Stop playing.
Hey, you think of something, Piggy?
Yeah, I think so. Get Slick on the phone.
Slick Bailey?
Yeah, hurry up.
Okay, what's the gimmick?
I'll tell you later. Just tell Slick to get over here right away. I got a job for him.
Just a minute.
Hiya, Clark.
Oh, Batman, come in.
Thanks.
Well, any news?
Here it is. Robin and I have been on a grand tour of the underworld.
Yes, I know, but what
we
did you
covered the town, broke bread with all the nicest people. Sneak thieves, safe crackers, stick-up men, confidence artists, stool pigeons.
Skip all that, Batman. Just tell me, what did you find out?
Exactly nothing, Clark.
Nothing?
Nobody knows from nothing about Willie Snyder, last seen with a couple of bullets in him fleeing from a police officer.
I see.
Or if they do know, even Batman and Robin can't make them talk.
I haven't been able to pick up a trace of him either. Neither have the police. Oh, this is terrible, Batman. What am I going to do?
Oh, now, take it easy, chum.
Take it easy? How can I when that ex-convict Willie Snyder knows that I'm Superman when he has my costume?
Well, I know
he may be revealing it to some big-time criminals at this very moment. Or he may have already told them. They could be plotting against me right now.
Now, wait. Has it occurred to you that maybe Willie Snyder is dead?
Yes, but, well, I don't think so.
Why not? He was badly wounded, you know. But he didn't go to any hospital or to any listed physician. So
but
what?
Have you forgotten Dr. Asa Bushmill, the famous surgeon who was forcibly taken away from the Metropolis Hospital last night? I still think he was taken away to treat Willie Snyder.
Well, could be. But that's only a hunch, Clark.
I think it's a good hunch.
Now, there's your phone. You want me to answer it?
No, never mind. I'll take it. Hello?
That you, Kent?
Yes, who's this?
Sergeant Haley, Inspector Henderson's office.
Oh, yes, Sergeant.
Can you come down to the city morgue right away?
Well, why? What for?
The guy was just brought in. You think maybe you can identify him?
I? But
Do me
who?
a favor and come on down, will you, Kent? I'll be waiting for you.
Yes, of course, Sergeant. I'll be right down.
What's cooking, Clark?
Funny, Sergeant Healy wants me to identify somebody at the city morgue.
Wants you to?
Yes. I don't understand it. Well, let's go, Batman.
You recognize this guy, Kent?
What? Why, yes. That's Willie Snyder.
We thought so, but you sure, Clark?
Positive. Superman rounded up this fellow with part of a gang a couple of years ago. I covered the story for the Daily Planet.
Oh, I see.
Where did you find him, Sergeant?
Under some bushes in Metropolis Park.
In the park.
Wait,
huh?
Batman. Wait a minute. What possessions did Snyder have with him when you found him, Sergeant?
Come over here and I'll show you. Everything he had on him is in this table. Practically nothing.
Park, I don't see your...
Hold it.
Batman.
Sorry. You don't see what, Batman?
Well, all I see is a couple of dollars and some keys and a piece of wire.
That's all there was. The keys are master keys.
Uh-huh. One of them probably fits my door.
Sure. Now, what was it he stole from you?
Forget it, Sergeant. It isn't here.
I didn't figure it was. But what was it? The inspector wants to know.
It can't possibly help you or Inspector Henderson, Sergeant. Take my word for it. Come on, Batman. Let's go. Maple Crest Apartments, please, driver. Park Place and 38th Street.
Right.
Well, Clark, it begins to look as if your worries are all over.
How do you figure that, Batman?
Metropolis Park, where Snyder was found, is only a few blocks from where he was shot. So my guess is the guy went there to hide until it got dark and died.
You really believe that?
I do. Furthermore, I think your secret died with it.
Oh, how I wish I could believe that, too.
Well, why can't you?
Well, for one thing, my costume wasn't found with him.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. But granted it's true, so what?
So what? So I figure he made his way to some pals and they've got it.
Well, suppose they have. What good does it do them?
Well, none. Unless Snyder was able to tell them where he got my costume and who I am before he died.
Yeah. That's the jackpot question.
Yes, that's the question on which my career, perhaps my very life, depends, Batman. And I've got a funny feeling we'll get the answer to it very soon.
That's fine, Slick. Swell. All right, hop right to it and keep me posted. Yeah. So long.
What's Slick got to say, Biggie?
Everything's going fine. It's all set, Chopin.
Yeah? What's the gimmick?
Remember when Mike Hickey was running this town before Perry White got elected mayor? We had a painting and contracting company to take care of all the city buildings.
Oh, boy, what was that a sweet racket? But what about it?
Well, we still got all the equipment, see? So just now, Slick Bailey, who's really got a gift for gab, you know.
Yeah, you're telling me.
He flashes his business cards and his talk, and he gets the agent of the Maple Crest Apartments, where Superman lives, to let him paint all the apartments in the building with his new fireproof paint.
What fireproof paint?
There ain't none really, Chopin. That's just Slick's gag, see?
Oh, I get it. That way Slick can get into all the apartments, huh?
That's it. Then he and the boys can go over every wall till they find the one with a movable panel and the secret closet behind it. And when they find that...
We got the answer to the jackpot question,
right,
huh?
Chopin. Then we got Superman where we want him, and there ain't nothing we can't have.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. With that information, we can get away with murder. You see, Chopin, I've got Slick Bailey posing as a big paint contractor. And he got the job to paint the Maple Crest Arms apartments where Superman lives.
I get it, Biggie. That way Slick can get in all the apartments, huh?
That's the idea. He goes over all the walls till he finds the one with a movable panel and secret closet. And when he finds that one, we know the guy who lives in the apartment is Superman.
As we continue now, it is the following day. Biggie Conroy is walking the floor, his heavy jaws champing nervously on a dead cigar. Chopin, by request, is playing the piano in an effort to soothe the frazzled nerves of his chief.
Can it, Chopin, can it?
Can what, Biggie?
The music. Don't help none.
Oh. I'll play you some ragtime. I know you like that. How's that, huh?
No good. Cut it out.
Oh, you want I should play sweet, maybe? Like this?
I don't want you should play sweet or any other way.
Oh, come, Biggie. I thought you always feel good when I play.
Well, I don't feel good now. I feel nervous.
Oh, well, I got just a ticket for that. Your favorite piece. You know.
Stop it! You hit that music box again, Chopin, and I'll brain you with it.
All right. I've never seen you like this before. What's eating you, Biggie?
I ain't heard from Slick yet. That's what's eating me.
Oh, that.
Yeah, that. I'm sitting here with all the dough in the world just waiting for me to pick it up. Only I can't pick it up till Slick finds that secret closet and I know who Superman is.
Slick can't find it out right away, Piggy. It might take weeks, maybe.
Weeks? Are you kidding?
No, I'm not kidding. There's 84 apartments in that building, remember? Slick might have to paint every one of them before he finds the right one.
Yeah, he don't have to paint any of them.
What do you mean? How else is he going to get in those apartments?
Well, the way we figured it is he... Wait a minute. Hello?
And you, Biggie?
Yeah, Slick?
Hey, is that Slick?
Hey, listen.
Shut up, egghead.
Oh, me?
No, not you, Slick. I was talking to Chopin.
What's on your mind, Biggie? I got a message to call you.
You know what's on my mind. You find it yet?
Not yet. Give me a little time.
You had plenty of time. You were in the building all day yesterday and this morning.
Sure, but it takes time to go over an apartment. Good, I mean. And there's 84 apartments in this joint.
Yeah? Well, how many apartments you checked so far?
Just about half. I finished the first 4 floors, and I'm starting on the 5th now.
Well, you ought to find it pretty soon, then.
Sure.
Well, call me the minute you do.
Okay, Biggie.
Well, get going. So long.
So long.
Well, you satisfied now, Clark?
What do you mean, Batman?
Are you satisfied that I was right when I said Willie Snyder died before he could tell anyone you're Superman?
Well, I'll admit it looks that way.
There's no doubt about it. He hid in that old fire station after the shooting. Then when it got dark, he crawled into the park where the police found him and died.
It could be. What happened to my costume? We know he had it with him when he left this apartment.
He probably dropped it somewhere. He was very badly wounded, you know.
Yes, I guess that's the answer. If Snyder had contacted his pals, as I suspected, it seems to me I would have heard from them some way by now.
Of course. Well, if your mind's at ease, I'll leave you. Robin tells me there are a couple of important cases waiting for my attention.
Oh, sure. Go right ahead, Batman. I appreciate all you've done, by the way. Thank Robin for me, too, huh?
Forget it, chum. You saved my hide and Robin's more than once. And I'll just climb back into Bruce Wayne's clothes before I leave. And Batman couldn't get up. It attracts too much attention.
Bruce Wayne, the playboy. You certainly don't look like the dynamic Batman in that nifty plaid drape model.
You don't exactly look like Superman either in that quiet business suit and horn-rimmed spec.
I guess not.
There, all set. Well, so long, Clark.
So long, Bruce. And thanks again. Hey, wait a minute.
Somebody at your door. Who?
That's just Johnson, the building superintendent.
Oh.
Just a minute. Hello, Johnson. What can I do for you?
I've got the painting contractor here, Mr. Kent.
Painting contractor?
Mr. Bailey.
I'm Bailey.
Oh.
Just want to look over your walls, see what shape they're in before I send my painters in. Only take me a few minutes.
Just a minute, Mr. Bailey.
Yeah?
I wasn't told that my apartment was to be decorated.
Well, the agent just decided on it the other day, Mr. Kent. He's having Mr. Bailey's company paint all the apartments with that new fireproof paint.
Oh, I see.
That's wonderful stuff, Mr. Kent. My paint makes your walls and floors absolutely fireproof. Just let me check your walls.
No, wait a minute.
What's the matter?
Well, I don't want my apartment painted.
You don't?
No,
Well, that's a new one on me. Most tenants are tickled when they hear I'm going to decorate their apartments.
Yes, well, you see, Mr. Bailey, I'm allergic to paint.
You what?
I'm allergic to paint. The smell of it makes me sick. Isn't that right, Bruce?
What? Oh, yes.
You see? But thanks very much anyhow, gentlemen. Goodbye.
Now, wait a minute. There's no smell to this new paint.
Now,
It's
look, I don't...
odorless, so you can forget all about
Well,
that.
just the same, Well, anyhow, I can't have my apartment messed up now. I'm expecting out-of-town guests, and they're going to stay quite a while.
Oh, that'll be okay, Mr. Kent. I won't send my men till you say so. But I got to check the walls myself in advance, see? Then they can be painted whenever you say. It'll only be a few minutes.
No, wait a minute.
Oh, sure, he'll only be a few minutes, Mr. Kent. Won't inconvenience you at all.
Bruce, I've got a feeling he's looking for the secret closet.
What makes you think so, Clark?
Look how he's tapping at the walls and listening. It's obvious he's hunting for the hollow panel.
Oh, you're imagining things. How could he know about it?
Maybe Willie Snyder told him about the secret closet before he died.
Oh, now look, Clark.
Sure, this fellow's looking for it. When he finds it, he'll know I'm Superman.
You're just jumpy, Clark. You're just imagining.
I'm not, I tell you. Since when do painters go around tapping on walls like that?
Well, he might be looking for cracks.
Oh, he's not, and you know it. He's looking for the secret closet.
Well, if you're sure...
I am.
Well, then what are we waiting for? Let's give him the old heave-ho. Come on.
No, Bruce. If we do that, then he'll know this is the apartment.
So what? We'll have him locked up or something.
No good. We don't know how many others Snyder told this to. If we touch this man or stop him, we'll tip our hand.
Well, then what are we going to do?
I don't know. Great Scott.
What now?
He's finished the living room. Going into the bedroom. That's where my secret closet is.
Uh-oh.
He'll find it in a minute. Then he'll know I'm Superman. I do, Bruce? What'll I do? Great Scott, Bruce. He'll find the secret closet in a moment and know that I'm Superman. What'll I do?
Well, there's only one thing to do. Grab him and give him the old heave-ho.
No. We can't do that. If we throw him out, we'll be admitting the truth.
That's right, but we can't let him find the secret closet and report it to his gang.
Oh, I know.
Now, think fast, chum. He's almost at the payoff panel. When he hears that hollow sound, he'll know.
Hey, wait a minute, Bruce. I've got an idea.
Oh, good. Let's have it.
I'm going to put on an act.
What?
Yeah, act like I'm gone in the head. What? Yeah, throw a fit of fainting, everything.
Oh.
You take it from there.
Okay, chum. Count on me.
Good. Here goes. Play along now.
All right.
I don't like that man. He's a rat.
Now, take it easy.
I'm going to fix his clock. Good.
No. Clark, no, take it easy.
Let me go. He wants to rob me.
No.
That's what he
Come
wants
on,
to
take
do.
it easy. I'm sure you've got him wrong.
Oh, no, I haven't.
Oh, come on.
I don't.
Come on, Clark.
Let me go. I don't trust anybody.
Clark, he's just a painter.
Not even you.
Oh, what do you mean?
Everybody's against me.
Hey,
even you.
what's going on in here?
Help me hold him, mister. He's having another one of his fits.
A
fit?
Yes, he gets them
He's
pretty often.
the one I
Easy,
want.
Clark, easy.
You said you're a painter.
He is just a painter.
But I know better.
Oh,
You're trying to rob
He's not
me.
trying to rob you, Clark.
Oh,
No.
me? Let me go. Yes,
Hey.
but I won't let you. See, I won't
Clark,
let you.
come
I'll
on.
kill you. That's
Hey,
what
now,
I'll
take
do.
it easy.
Hey, look out.
Clark!
Hey, what's the matter with
Oh,
him?
he's fainted. Oh, this is terrible. Quick, Mr. Bailey, help me carry him to his bed, will you?
Yeah, sure. What's the matter with him?
It's his head. He often gets this way. He thinks everybody's against him.
No kidding.
Yes, I had better call the doctor as soon as he's comfortable.
Yeah. Hey, look, this happened kind of sudden, didn't it?
It always does. He's as normal as anybody 1 minute, and then without any warning, he gets violent and tries to kill people.
Hey, he does, huh?
Yeah. Now, just drop him on the bed, please.
Okay. Hey, he's pretty heavy.
Yeah, that's all muscle, too. You better leave now.
Yeah, sure, I will. As soon as I finish examining these walls.
Oh, you better do now.
My painters have to come in pretty soon.
Fix you. You can't cheat me.
Oh, Clark.
I'll kill you.
Clark.
That's what I'll do. I'll
Hey,
kill
he's
you.
coming too.
Yeah, and he's starting to get violent again.
Hey, he is, huh?
Yes, and he gets strong as a bull when he's like this.
Kill him
He
when
almost
I get
finished a
my
friend of his
hands
about a month
on him.
ago. Took 4 of us to pull him away.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Where's the man who was here? I'll break him in half.
Take it easy.
I'll split his head.
Beat it, Mr.
That's
Bailey.
what I'll do.
Beat it, Mr. Bailey. Hurry, or I won't answer for
Wait a minute,
consequences.
maybe
I'd better. I'll be back.
Where is he?
All right, but get out.
Let me get
Hurry.
my hands on it. Where is he?
Easy.
Anyway.
Easy, Clark. Take it easy, old boy.
All right
Easy
now?
now.
Is he gone?
Okay, he's gone, Clark. You
Oh.
can relax.
Whew. For a moment there, I was afraid he wasn't going to fall for it.
So was I.
Oh, brother.
Say, that was some act you put on.
Oh, thanks, Bruce. You did pretty well yourself.
Did you see how fast he got out of here when I told him you almost finished a man last month?
Uh-huh. Hey, wait a minute. What are we celebrating for? I'm not out of the woods yet.
Hey, that's right. Bailey said he'd be back.
Uh-huh. And I can't throw another fit without his getting suspicious.
Well, have you got any more ideas?
Yes, I have. The easiest thing to do now is to get rid of my secret closet.
Did you say easy?
Sure. Only we need a little time. Let's see. Now, wait a minute. Ah, there he is. Bailey's in the apartment above us now. The penthouse on the roof.
Well, how do you know?
How do I know? I can see him.
Oh, of course, X-ray vision.
Yeah, that's a big apartment. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 8 rooms. Take him a good half hour to examine all the walls up there.
But he'll probably come back here when he finishes it.
That's what I figure.
Then we're out of luck. We can't brick up your secret closet in half an hour, even if we had the bricks and mortar, which we haven't.
We've got to do it. I'll peel down to my Superman outfit.
What for?
I'm going to hop out to some building yard. In 2 shakes, I'll be back with bricks and mortar.
Oh, I get it.
While I'm gone, Bruce,
Yeah.
you remove the panel with a screwdriver. You'll find one in a drawer in the kitchenette.
Okay, chum. But I still wonder if we can do it in time.
We must. There we are, all set. I'll leave by this window. Be back in a jiffy. Up, and away!
That certainly didn't take you long, Superman.
I wasn't wasting any time, Bruce. Now, I'll dump these bricks on the floor. Okay, bring that newspaper, will you, please, Bruce? I'll set this barrel of mortar on it.
Okay. Look, is Bailey still up in the penthouse?
Let's see. Yeah, he's still there.
Okay. Set the barrel down.
All right. I brought 2 trowels. One for you, one for me.
Me? I've never laid bricks before.
Well, here's where you learn, brother. Come on, let's get to work. Now, just these 2 bricks on top, and we're finished, Bruce. More water. That's it. There, that does it.
Right. Hey, that's not a bad job.
No.
We ought to get union cards.
Yeah, remind me of that. Now to get this panel back in place.
Oh, here's the screwdriver.
Oh, thanks. Uh-oh.
What's the matter?
Our friend Bailey is all through upstairs.
Oh, what's he doing?
He's walking into the stair hall. Now he's coming down the stairs. My hunch says he's coming here to finish looking over this room.
I'll buy that. Hurry and finish setting that panel, will you?
Just about finished. Just this one screw. There, that does it. Now, help me straighten up this mess, will you?
Uh-huh.
Throw these extra bricks under the bed.
Check. Oh, what are you going to do with the barrel of mortar?
Set it in my clothes closet.
Okay.
There. Takes care of that. There, how you coming?
Everything shipshape.
Not a second too soon. Bailey's at the door. Let him ring a little more before you let him in, Bruce. I gotta get back into Clark Kent's clothes.
Okay. I'll sweep up this brick dust left on the floor.
Yeah, do that. There. My tie. Specs. There. Okay, let him in, Bruce, while I lie down.
Check. Coming.
Wait! Bruce!
What? Now what?
Look! The panel!
Oh, what about it?
Don't you see what we did?
No,
Holy smokes! That's Bailey at the door, Bruce. Now we are sunk.
Wait. Maybe he won't notice it, Clark.
How can he help noticing? The wallpaper in the panel doesn't match the design in the rest of the wall now.
Oh, you're right. But what can we do now? We haven't time to replace the panel.
Well, we can't let him in until we get the panel fixed.
Somebody opened the door.
It's Bailey. He must have left it unlocked when he went out before.
Uh-oh. Mr. Kent?
Oh, we're sunk now, Clark.
You okay now, Mr. Kent?
Oh, I never felt worse in my life.
As Slick Bailey, fox-faced, sharp-eyed, enters the bedroom, smiling cheerfully, Bruce Wayne gazes from him to the telltale wall panel in dismay. Clark Kent, moving instinctively, his mind racing desperately, takes one long step to the wall and turns with his back against the panel. His tall figure and broad shoulders almost hide it.
Sorry I made a nuisance of myself when you were here before, Mr. Bailey.
Oh, that's okay, Mr. Kent. I already checked the living room walls. I'll just go over to the bedroom now, if you don't mind.
Look, I never saw a painter tap on the walls like that. What's the idea?
I'm looking for cracks.
Well, there aren't any cracks in my walls.
Well, you never can tell, Mr. Kent. Might be very slight under the paint, and I have to make sure the walls are absolutely okay before I put my fireproof paint on.
Well, how do you expect to find cracks under the paint, Mr. Bailey?
Well, the sound when I tap them tells me if the walls are solid.
Ah.
Do you mind moving a little bit so as I can have a look at this panel, Mr. Kent?
Don't bother. I know this wall is solid, Mr. Bailey.
Well, I want to see for myself.
You do?
Yeah.
Oh, well, listen. How do you like that, Mr. Bailey? You can't tell me this wall isn't good and solid.
It certainly is.
Yeah, well, that panel sounds okay. Well, I'll have a look at the rest of the walls and we'll take them along.
Oh, boy. Well, Bailey's gone, Clark.
Yes, and out of my life, I hope, Bruce.
Oh, boy. I had a bad moment when he asked you to move away from that upside-down panel.
Maybe you think I didn't.
Well, I think all your troubles are over now, Clark.
I wish I could be certain of that.
You can, because even if you're right and Bailey is hunting for that secret closet, he didn't find it in this apartment.
Well, that's true, but
So, QED, you can't be Superman.
Oh.
Come on, Clark. Let's go out and celebrate.
Tell you, Biggie, there's no secret closet in any apartment in the Maple Crest Arms.
There must be, Slick.
But there ain't. It went over every inch of every wall in every apartment. Willie Snyder must have meant some other building.
No, he clearly said the Maple Crest Arms, and besides...
He was full of lead dying. He could easily have made a mistake in the name of the building.
I know he didn't make a mistake, because the cop who shot him caught him coming out the back entrance of the Maple Crest Arms.
Ah. Well, and I can't figure it out.
You must have missed the secret closet.
I tell you, I didn't miss it. It just ain't there.
It must be. Snyder had Superman's own costume that he said he found in his closet. And closets can't just disappear.
I know, but...
Hey, wait. Maybe it did.
Huh?
Maybe the secret closet did disappear.
Well, how could that be, Piggy?
Look, Slick, suppose Superman noticed his costume was gone. He knew about Snyder being shot in the alley, so he could have figured Snyder contacted somebody before he died. And this somebody would check up on his story. So he got rid of the closet to throw us off his track.
Yeah, but how could he get rid of a closet?
How do I know? Maybe he bricked it up or moved the whole wall. He can do anything. Superman, you know.
Ah. Maybe you got something there, Biggie.
Sure. That must be the answer.
Well, if it is, we're stuck. That closet's all we've got to go by.
Maybe not. We know he lives in the Maple Crest.
We don't know for sure. I've been thinking, Biggie. Maybe some guy just had that costume around for a masquerade ball or something.
Would he keep it in a secret closet, and then when it was swiped, would he go to a lot of trouble and maybe a lot of expense to do away with the closet?
Oh, I guess not.
Of course he wouldn't, Slick. You see, a lot of guys have figured out Superman must have another identity. And this makes me sure of it. Now, all we have to do is find out his other identity, and we can sell our info to big-time operators for a fortune. Or we can use it ourselves.
Stop, Raymond. First, we got to find out.
I think I know how to find out.
Yeah, how?
Just leave it to me. First, though, I want a list of all the tenants in the Maple Crest Arms, and I want a little dope on them, how old they are, what they look like. You know, you can get that for me?
I guess so, but...
Okay, then get me that list, Slick, and hurry it up. Slick, one of those three guys is Superman.
Oh, yeah? Let's see, Biggie. George Abner Dean, apartment 3G. What makes you think he might be Superman?
He's young, a big fella, and he lives alone. Well, we know Superman is young and a big guy. I figure he'd be living alone, too, keeping his secret.
Well, maybe.
Also, Dean teaches English at Metropolis University. A nice, quiet school teacher would be a good thing for Superman to be, if he didn't want anyone to suspect who he really was. You catch?
Yeah. Now, how about this next guy, Philip Marshall, apartment 5K? Why'd you pick him?
Same reasons I picked Dean. Marshall's young, big, and a bachelor. Also, the dope you got on him says he travels a lot.
So what?
Superman travels a lot, too, don't he?
Yeah, that kind of adds up.
Sure.
But you're all wet in this last guy, though, Biggie.
You mean this guy, Clark Kent?
Yeah, you can scratch him out right now.
How come?
He's a panty waste. He said he didn't want his apartment painted because the smell makes him sick. I am allergic to the smell of paint, he said. Then he throws a fit. Goes off his nut.
Are you kidding?
No. Passed right out in a faint. I even had to help get him into bed. A friend of his who was there says Kent often gets like that, so you can forget him.
I don't know about that.
How but I tell you, the guy's a weak sister and a screwball. He couldn't be Superman.
He might have been putting on an act.
An act?
Sure, the fool you. So you go away saying he couldn't be Superman.
Go on. You think he could be our guy?
Could be, considering this other stuff I got on him.
What other stuff?
Well, he's a reporter on the Daily Planet. That's the paper that always gets the stories on Superman first, you know.
And that's right.
And Clark Kent gets most of the scoops on Superman.
He does, huh? Hey, maybe he is our guy, Biggie.
Well, take it easy, Slick. I'm sure one of these three guys is. George Dean, or Philip Marshall, or Clark Kent. And I know how to find out which one is.
How?
Get your hat and come along with me. Before the day is over, we'll know who Superman is. And then, the sky's the limit for us, Slick. Let's see, apartment 3F. Now we want the next one, Slick. 3G. Here we are.
Yeah, the card under the bell says George Abner Dean.
Right. Now we'll find out if this guy is Superman.
Mm-hmm.
Ring the bell.
Wait. Tell me first what you're going to do. To find out, I mean.
Never mind. Just keep your eyes open and you'll see. All you got to remember is I'm your partner, see?
Mm-hmm.
And we come to find out what color this guy wants his apartment painted.
Yeah, okay. Only what? Well, supposing this guy is Superman, if he finds out we're onto him, he might get sore and do something to us.
Don't worry, he won't know. Now, ring the bell.
Okay. Maybe he ain't home.
He's home, all right. Do your stuff.
Yes?
Mr. Dean, I'm Bailey, the painting contractor. I was here the other morning looking over your walls, remember?
Oh, yes. Come in.
Thanks. I brought my partner along. We got to know what colors you want, see? And he's an expert on this new fireproof paint.
Oh, well...
Mr. Conroy, Mr. Dean.
Well, how do you do?
Glad to know you, Mr. Dean. We're going to give you a first-class job here. Oh, what's the matter, Mr. Dean? Did I shake your hand too hard?
Why, I seem to have cut it.
Cut your hand?
Yes. You see, it's bleeding slightly.
Well, now, how did that happen?
Sir, that must have been my ring. It's got a rough edge here. See where the stone is set in?
Oh, yes.
I've been meaning to get that fixed. I'm awfully sorry, Mr. Dean. You got some iodine around?
No, that's all right. It's just a scratch.
You got to be careful of scratches, though.
Yeah, you might get it affected or something.
I'll take care of it later. Right now, I'm expecting some friends in, so
Let's decide about the painting.
Okay.
Whatever you say, Mr. Dean.
You said you wanted to know what color I wanted my apartment painted?
Yeah.
That's right. You see, with this new fireproof paint we're using, we got to order the colors pretty far in advance.
Oh, well, I think the color I have now is all right.
Make a note of that, Bailey.
Right.
We'll be going there, Mr. Dean.
Oh, wait.
I'm much obliged, Mr. Dean, and I'm sorry again about scratching your hand.
Forget it. Good night.
Good night. Come on, Bailey. Slick, we can scratch Dean off the list.
How do you know, Biggie? I thought you were going to make some kind of a test.
I did.
You did?
Sure. Didn't you see me cut his hand with my ring?
Well, yeah, but what kind of a test is that?
Don't you get it? Superman's skin is like steel.
It is?
Sure, it can't be cut. Haven't you read 1,000 times how knives and even bullets just bounce off him?
Hey, that's right. Boy, I gotta hand it to you, Biggie. You got a head on you.
You're just waking up to that, eh?
Well, no, but...
All right, skip it. See now, the second guy on the list is Philip Marshall, apartment 5K. Come on, we'll walk up these 2 flights.
Okay.
Now we find out if either Marshall or Clark Kent is Superman.
Mr. Marshall, I'd like you to meet my partner, Mr. Conroy, Mr. Marshall.
How do you do, Mr. Conroy?
I'm sure glad to know you, Mr. Marshall.
Ow!
Oh, excuse me, Mr. Marshall. I guess I shook your hand too hard.
Something cut me.
Cut you?
Yes. See, my finger's bleeding.
Well, what do you know?
That leaves him.
Say, I'm awful sorry, Mr. Marshall. It must have been my ring. It's got a rough edge on it, see? You better put some iodine on it right away.
Look, Biggie, what did we come outside for?
Try it, Slick. I gotta think.
About what? Dean ain't Superman, and neither is Marshall. So if you're right in your figuring, Clark Kent must be.
Yeah, sure. Just the same...
Look, let's go up to his apartment and make sure. You give him the ring treatment.
No, I can't do that, Slick.
Why not?
Kent's a newspaper reporter.
I know, so what?
So in case you've forgotten, I used to be pretty big stuff in this town. Before Perry White got elected mayor and cracked down on all my rackets. Chances are Kent will recognize me.
Oh, I get it.
Well, let's see.
Look,
now.
give me the ring. I'll go up and make the test on him.
No. Hey, I got an idea.
Yeah? Like what?
Come on over to that drugstore in the corner. I know how to handle this.
Ah, nice of you to drop in, Jim. What's on your mind?
Well, Mr. White and Miss Lane, all of us down at the office, we're worried about you, Mr. Kent.
Worried? About me? Why?
Well, you've been acting so strangely, sort of.
Oh, what do you mean?
Well, you've been so jumpy, like saying funny things that don't make sense, and right after that, contradicting what you said before.
Oh.
Mr. White and Miss Lane think you're sick, but, well, I think you've got something on your mind.
You're right, Jim. I did have something on my mind.
I knew it. Look, Mr. Kent, can you tell me or Mr. White?
Well...
You know we'll do anything we can to help you, whatever it is.
Oh, it's very nice of you, Jim, but I don't need any help. This, trouble is all over, I hope.
Oh, gee, that's swell. As a matter of fact, you do seem more like yourself this evening.
Yeah, I feel fine now. There's nothing like a bit of bricklaying to cure what ails you.
Bricklaying? What do you mean?
I'll tell you all about it sometime, Jim. Well, what's new at the office?
Oh, nothing special. The police still haven't found Dr. Asa Bushmill, you know.
They haven't?
Mm-mm.
That's odd. I was sure he'd been grabbed to operate on Willie Snyder, but Snyder was found dead in the park.
You mean that ex-con who shot the police officer?
Yes, the one who got my costume.
Got your what?
Well, he broke into my apartment, you know.
Oh, I know. You never did tell us what he stole, though.
Oh, it was just a garment.
Garment?
Sure, you know. Clothing, Jim.
Oh. Well, did he take much?
No, but... Uh-oh.
Well, that's your doorbell. Just a minute. I'll answer it, Mr.
No, Jim, wait.
What's the matter?
I don't want either of us to answer the door.
Huh?
Oh, but you called out. He knows somebody's here.
Who knows?
Bailey, the phony painting contractor. He's at the door with another man.
Say, how do you know who's at the door?
How do I... Well, I know. Oh, if only you hadn't called out. Now he won't go away.
Gosh, Mr. Ken, what's come over you again?
Well, apparently I didn't throw him completely off the track when I bricked up the closet, and now he's back to snoop around some more. Or maybe he does know the truth now, and...
The truth about what? Gee whiz, Mr. Kent, what's the matter?
Oh, this is terrible, Jim. I don't know what to do. Uh-oh.
Just a minute. I'll answer the door, Mr. Kent.
No, Jim, no. Come back here.
But somebody's at the door.
I know. It's Mr. Bailey.
Who?
Bailey, that phony painting contractor, and another man. They came back to...
How do you know?
Never mind that. I know Bailey means danger to me, Jim. Great danger.
Danger? To you?
Yes. I think Bailey suspects who I am, and he's going to try to prove it.
What do you mean he suspects who you are?
Oh, well, I mean...
Look, Mr. Kent, I don't know what's wrong with you, but I'm going to answer the door.
No, Jim, no. Now, wait till I get into the bedroom. Then let Bailey in. Tell him I'm away.
But what am I supposed to be doing here?
You're staying with me. Now, go on, do as I say, Jim. It's important. Terribly important.
Oh, gee whiz. Okay, I'm coming. I'm sorry to keep you waiting.
Too bad I have to bother you again.
I'm Bailey's partner, Mr. Kent. Glad to meet you.
Danny, he ain't Kent.
Ouch! My hand.
You say he ain't Kent?
No.
Gosh, look at my hand. It's bleeding.
Oh, it's just a scratch, kid. I must have done it with my ring. See, it's kind of rough here.
You ought to be more careful.
Sure he should. Look, buddy, we got the contract to paint these apartments. We want to ask Mr. Kent what color he wants on the walls. Is he here?
No, he's out.
When'll he be back?
I don't know.
You don't know, huh? Well, what do we do now, Bailey?
Well, as long as we're here, I'll have another look at the walls in the bedroom. I just remembered there's one panel I didn't get a good look at yesterday.
No, don't go in there.
I'll only be a minute.
No, wait.
Just want to see that one panel.
Holy smokes. He isn't here.
Huh? What'd you say, kid?
Nothing.
I was right. There ain't anything behind these walls. Not now, anyways. Tell Mr. Kent we'll check with him about the colors later, buddy.
Okay, mister.
Let's go, Danny.
Sorry I scratched your hand, kid.
That's all right. Mr. Kent. Mr. Kent. They're gone. You can come out of the clothes closet now. Mr. Kent. Wait. He isn't here.
Here I am, Jim.
What the... Where were you, Mr. Kent?
Oh, I was just outside.
Outside?
Uh-huh.
Quit your kidding. You must have been hiding under the bed.
No, I wasn't, but...
Look, I don't get it. Why were you hiding from those men? They're just painters.
Are they? I noticed Bailey had another look for the secret closet. Good thing I set the panel right side up again.
What is all this about panels and secret closets? Gee whiz, Mr. Kent, do you feel all right?
No, I certainly do not.
Oh, I thought so. Look, you better lie down. I'll call a doctor.
No, this is no job for a doctor.
But you said you didn't feel well.
I don't, but a doctor can't help me. No, I've got to think, Jim, and it's too late. Put some iodine on that scratch and go home, will you? I'll see you in the morning.
You see, Miss Lane, all these painters wanted to know was what colors Mr. Kent wanted his walls painted.
Yes?
But he insisted the men were dangerous, and he hid under the bed.
He hid under the bed?
Uh-huh. And after they'd gone, he said they'd come to look for his secret closet.
His secret closet?
That's what he said. He said a lot of other goofy things, too, like they wanted to see if they could draw his blood.
What?
No kidding. Golly, I hate to say it, Miss Lane, but, well, I think Mr. Kent is sick in the head.
I've known there was something wrong with Clark for several days, Jim. He's been acting so strangely.
And how? I wanted to call a doctor last night, but he wouldn't let me. He said a doctor couldn't help him.
That's what he told me the day before.
Look, we've got to do something before he gets into serious trouble.
I know. Wait a minute, Jim. I saw him go into his office just a few minutes ago. I'm going to try and talk to him. You wait here. Now, look, Clark. You know I'm your friend, don't you?
Well, sure. Of course I do, Lois.
Well, all right, then I want you to listen to me. Look, Clark, I know of a very nice little, it's kind of a rest home up in the mountains.
Great Scott, Lois. Wait.
Huh? What's the matter?
He just came in.
Who came in? Where?
The big fellow who was with Bailey last night.
What?
Just came into the city room.
Clark.
Talking to Beanie now. Oh, Beanie's pointing to this office.
Clark, will you stop it? How can you see into the city room?
Must have some new trick up his sleeve.
Clark, for heaven's sake, will you get control of yourself?
Keep dodging them. They're bound to catch up with me sometime.
Clark, listen to me.
I've got to do something drastic and do it now. Say what you want, Batman, but now I'm positive that fellow Bailey suspects I'm Clark Kent and is out to prove it.
How can you be positive, Superman?
For one thing, he said he's a painting contractor, but there's no painting contractor named Bailey listed in the Metropolis telephone directory.
I see.
Secondly, he had another look for my secret closet last night.
Really?
Yes. And while it might have been an accident, the fellow who was with him, a gorilla if I ever saw one, cut Jim's finger with his ring while he was shaking hands, apparently under the impression Jim was Clark Kent.
So? What does that prove?
Well, he may have been trying to find out if my skin is impenetrable.
Well, that's a pretty tall assumption, isn't it?
Is it? When Herbert Calkins, our Scotland Yard friend, suspected my double identity, he tried the same trick, remember?
Say, that's right.
Well, I can't keep dodging these fellas, Batman. They suspect Kent and Superman are one, and they won't let go until they prove it. And when that happens, I'm a cooked goose.
I know, but what can you do?
Only one thing. Get rid of them.
Get rid of them?
Right.
What, you can't...
I've got a plan, and if it works, they'll never bother me again. Now, can I count on you to help me?
Of course you can. You can count on Robin, too. But look...
This may be dangerous, Batman. Very dangerous.
In case you've forgotten, Danger is my middle name, and Robin's, too.
Good.
Now, what have you cooked up?
You remember Clifftown Village? We went trout fishing up there one time.
Clifftown Village?
Yes, you
remember.
Oh,
yes, up in the Blue Hills, isn't it?
That's right. Well, about a half mile below the village, there's a sharp bend in the road. An old orchard is on one side with a brick wall around it. Just above it is Dr. McIntosh's house. Get the picture?
Yes, but I don't see what you're driving.
I want you to meet me. Let's see, it's now 10:15. It's about 3 hours' drive up there. You and Robin meet me below the village at the bend in the road at 1:30 this afternoon, okay?
Well, yes, but
now, don't come as Batman and Robin, and don't drive your Batmobile. Just come in an ordinary car as Bruce Wayne and Dick Grayson. Get that?
Sure, but I wish you'd tell me what you're up to.
Not now. You'd only put up an argument, and besides, I haven't another minute. I've got things to do. Oh, just one more thing, Batman.
Yes?
Don't be surprised at anything you see.
Say, this sounds intriguing, Superman.
It is. If only it works. Well, I've got to go now. Mind if I leave through your window?
Help yourself.
Okay, thanks. Now, I can count on you and Robin to be there at 1:30.
You can count on us, chum.
Good. And remember, don't be surprised at anything. Now, up, and away!
What time is it now, Dick?
Just 1:25, Bruce.
Fair enough. Make the crossroads by 1:30.
Are we that close to it?
Yes, I think it's just below that next hill.
Oh, that's where we meet Mr. Kent, huh?
Kent or Superman?
Superman?
Could be.
Oh, look, Pappy, what's this all about?
I don't know, Dick.
Oh, go on. Don't give me that.
On the level. All Superman said was for us not to be surprised at anything we see, and to be prepared for danger.
Sounds interesting.
To say the least.
Oh, now, look, Bruce, you must have some idea of what this is all about.
So help me, Hannah, Dick. All I know is that Superman is in serious trouble, but...
Superman in trouble?
And how?
Oh, no. How can he be in trouble?
Ask me no questions, and I'll tell you no fibs.
Oh, it's like that, huh?
Yep, it's like that. So just take my word for it that he's in trouble up to his neck. Unless he can find a way out in a big hurry.
I'm listening.
Well, it could be goodbye, Superman.
Oh, you're kidding.
But I gather he's cooked up something, and he wants our help. What the dish is, I have no idea.
Oh, boy, I can hardly wait to find out.
You and me both.
Wow, what a curve this is.
Yeah, must have laid this road out with a corkscrew. And look at that steep drop into a hairpin curve up ahead.
Oh, brother, must be really something when there's ice on it. Say, I can see a crossroads down there, and a village up ahead. Is that where we meet, Kent?
That's it.
Oh, what's eating that guy? Don't tell me anybody wants to pass us on this grade. Oh, somebody does, all right. Hey, he's coming like blue blazes. You better pull over a little more, Bruce.
I can't without going off the road.
Well, this guy is one of those crazy speed demons.
Yeah, the kind of a driver who usually winds up in a slab in the morgue.
Look out, here he comes.
There he goes. Hey, that looks like Kent's car.
Nah, Mr. Kent doesn't drive like that.
Looks like his car, though.
Holy smokes, look at him pile into that hairpin curve.
Great Lucifer, he'll turn over.
He's skidding. He's going to hit that brick wall.
Good Lord.
Oh, my gosh, he hit it.
Oh, afraid that's the end of that poor guy.
Oh, we better have a look, Bruce.
Sure. Pile out and we'll see what we can do.
Okay.
Hurry.
Jeepers, look at that car, Bruce. It's folded up like an accordion.
Never mind the car. Find a driver.
I see him. Christopher Columbus.
Well, what's the matter, Dick?
Oh, look. It's Mr. Kent.
Well, I'll be... So that's the answer.
Oh, don't just stand there, Bruce. I think Mr. Kent is dead.
Hey, Don, come here.
What's up, Eddie?
Look what's coming in on the teletype. Clark Kent, Daily Planet reporter, seriously injured in a car crash near Clifton Village.
Holy cats!
Here, give me that news flash. Miss Lane, Jim Olsen. Hey, Miss Lane.
Take a look at this, Biggie.
Yeah, what is it, Slick?
This paper, the Daily Planet.
Yeah, what about it?
Holy cow, read that headline. Just read it.
Let's see.
Man, are you in for a shock?
Clark Kent, Star reporter, seriously injured in auto crash. What the...
That's why me and Danny couldn't find him. He was driving out of town. And you thought he was Superman.
That's right.
Well, how could he be? Superman can't get hurt.
Yeah. That's right.
You see what it says about him?
Early this afternoon, near Clifton Village, Clark Kent, star reporter for the Metropolis Daily Planet, crashed his car into a stone wall as he drove out of a sharp turn. Taken to the nearby home of Dr. Carl McIntosh, Kent is still unconscious and is said to be near death.
Kent, Superman. Oh, is that a laugh?
But I don't get this, Slick. We know there are only 3 guys living in the Maple Crest Arms who come near fitting Superman's description. George Dean, Philip Marshall, and Clark Kent.
Yeah, that's right, but...
We proved neither Dean nor Marshall is Superman.
And now Kent himself proved that he ain't either.
And who is Superman?
That's the jackpot question, Biggie. It looks like we don't collect on it.
Now, wait a minute. We know Superman lives in the Maple Crest Arms disguised as some other guy.
That's what you said, but you were wrong.
I can't be wrong. Superman's costume was found in one of the apartments in a secret closet, right?
Yeah,
but before we could find out which apartment it was, he moved out the secret closet or closed it up or something, so we couldn't track him down. That proves to me he does live there.
Nah, Biggie, you
Only 1 or 3 guys in that building can be Superman. Dean, Marshall, or Kent. Now, we know it ain't Dean or Marshall, so it has to be Kent.
Will you stop saying that? It says right here in the paper that Kent is dying from an auto accident. Now, you know a skyscraper could fall on Superman and not hurt him. So how can he almost get killed in an auto accident?
He can't.
Okay, then you admit you're wrong.
Not necessarily.
But you just said...
I said Superman can't get knocked off in a car accident.
Right, so Kent can't be Superman.
Yeah, that's the way it looks. But I'm not so sure.
What kind of double talk is that?
It's not double talk, Slick. I got an idea. Yeah. And if I'm right, it would explain everything.
What's your idea, Biggie?
Well, I'm thinking maybe this car accident, the one that Kent was supposed to be hurt so bad in, was a phony.
A phony?
Yeah. You see, if I was Kent and I was Superman, I might have framed the whole thing to throw somebody off the track. You get it?
No. Oh, look, Biggie, it says right here in the paper.
Never mind what it says there in the paper. Superman is smart. He'd know how to make this accident look legitimate.
Hey. And maybe you got something there.
I know I have.
Yeah, but look, how are we going to find out if that's so?
Easy. According to the Daily Planet, Kent is laid up in a doctor's house in his little burg, Clifton Village.
So?
So you're going to take a ride up there, Slick.
Me?
Yeah, you. You and a half-dozen good, tough boys.
What do we do?
You're going to get Kent and bring him back here, of course.
What for?
Soon as we can find out once and for all if he's really Superman.
But supposing he is and he don't want to come back here with us, he might play awful rough.
Not if he's Superman, he won't. On account of he's supposed to be hurt seriously. And if he starts throwing you guys around, it'll give his show away. You get it?
Well, yeah, but...
And if he ain't Superman, you won't have any trouble either. So whichever way it works out, we'll have the right answer. And me, I think we'll have the $1 million jackpot answer this time. Now round up the boys, Slick, and get going. I want Kent or Superman back here tonight.
Well, Bruce?
So far, so good, Clark.
Good.
But I had a tough time getting rid of your friends Perry White, Lois Lane, and Jim Olson.
Uh-oh.
Especially White. He wanted to get every medical specialist in the country out here.
He would. Sorry we can't tell them the truth and stop them from worrying about me.
We can't tell anybody if we're to put this over.
Oh, I know.
Now, look, are you sure we can trust Dr. McIntosh not to spill the beans, Clark?
Oh, positive. You see, I was able to do him a good turn one time, and he appreciates it. That's why I arranged this little show up here.
I see.
What about the publicity? How's that going?
Swell. You made page 1 on every Metropolis paper, and most of the radio news broadcasts reported your accident.
Good. Well, then Mr. Bailey and his crowd, whoever they are, should know about it by now.
Oh, I'm sure they do.
Now, if only they fall for it.
Don't worry, Clark. They will. All the reports say you're near death. So you can't be Superman.
Well, that's just what I want them to say.
Clark, I really take my hat off to you. This was really a clever stunt.
Thanks, but that fellow Bailey, or whoever's behind him, is pretty clever too, Bruce. They almost had the goods on me a couple of times.
Don't I know it. But I'm sure you've lost them for good this time.
I hope so. Oh, say, look, you and Robin are going to stick around here, aren't you?
Naturally.
Good. I feel better if you had some more support, though.
More support?
Yeah.
What for?
Well, just in case friend Bailey gets any bright ideas and comes sashaying up here.
Oh, he won't bother.
Maybe. But I'd still feel better if you and Robin had a few husky police officers behind you, because You know I can't lend a hand without giving the show away.
Forget it, Clark. In the first place, the police force in this village consists of one constable, age about 75.
Uh-oh.
And in the second place, if we called in reinforcements from outside, said reinforcements would naturally ask questions.
Yeah, that's right. Questions we don't care to answer.
Check. So just relax, chum.
No.
I say Bailey and company won't show up. But if they should, well, Robin and I aren't exactly pushovers, you know.
No, I know, but...
I tell you, forget it, Clark. Everything's going to be okay. Just relax.
Well...
I'm going outside and join Robin now. I'll see you later. Dick. Dick, where are you?
Easy, Bruce.
What's up? Where are you?
Over here, on the driveway.
Oh, yeah, I see you.
Come on over here. Watch it.
What gives, Dick?
Maybe something, maybe nothing.
Well, what does that mean?
A car passed here twice in the last few minutes. Each time it slowed down to a walk in front of this house, and the boys looked the place over.
What boys?
Gorillas in the car. I couldn't see too clearly, but there seemed to be a bunch of them.
Well, where's the car now?
It went on down the street. Wait. I think that's it, coming back. Yes, it had yellow fog lamps.
Yeah, this car has too.
Uh-huh.
Uh-oh, it's stopping in front of the house.
Yeah, it looks as if we're going to get company, Bruce.
Could be. Quick, strip down to your Robin costume, just in case they spell trouble.
My idea, exactly.
Yeah, stay behind these bushes.
All right. Here they come. Oh, brother, count them.
2, 3, 4, 5, and 6.
And here comes another one. Oh, lucky 7.
Big boys, too.
Well, the bigger they are, the harder they fall.
Well, here they come. You all set, Robin?
All set, Batman. Now, what do we do, sail in first and ask questions later?
No. They may be just coming to see Dr. McIntosh, you know.
Oh, all 7 of them?
Well, uh-oh. Look who's with him.
Somebody you know?
Yeah, that skinny fella. He's Bailey, the phony painting contractor. Now I know this is trouble, Robin.
Okay, what are we waiting for?
Now, just a minute. Looking for somebody, gentlemen?
Huh? Who are you? The doctor's secretary. The doctor is out this evening. Any messages for him?
Just 2 guys. Go get him, boys.
Okay.
Up and at him, Robin.
I'm right with you, puppy. Hello, sweetheart. Haven't been met before.
Try this one outside.
Oh, naughty. Your chin is
Nice going, Robin. What's the birdie?
Attaboy, Batman.
2 down, 5 to go. Keep swinging, Robin.
What's the matter with you guys? Danny, you know what to do. Okay.
Where are you going, big boy? Robin, look out behind you. He's got a blackjack.
Where is it?
Rat, I'll fix you for that.
Now, Danny, now. Okay, slick. Nice going, Danny.
Thanks. Takes care of both of them.
Robin.
Oh. Is that you, Batman?
Yeah, you all right?
Oh, I guess so. Except my head feels like a pumpkin with pinwheels going around inside.
Yeah.
Phew. What happened?
We were in a fight. Don't you remember?
Oh, yes. Bailey and his gorillas. Hey, what happened to them?
I guess they're gone.
Oh, boy, was I a dope for getting in the way of a blackjack.
Yeah, me too. Holy smokes.
What, Batman?
Up on your feet, chum. Hurry.
Oh, my head. What's the matter? Did our friends come back?
No, but I just remembered. Clark.
Who?
Clark Kent. We left him inside the house. Come on. Here's Kent's room, Robin.
Well, hurry up, Batman. Open the door.
Okay.
Hey, the room is dark.
Clark.
Where's the light switch?
It should be on this wall. Yeah, here, I've got it. Great snakes.
What the...
Kent's gone, Robin. He's gone.
But where?
Bailey and his gang must have taken him away with them.
Jeepers.
And if I'm right, Robin, I'm afraid this is the end of Superman. Bailey and his gang must have taken Kent away with them, Robin.
Holy smokes.
Come on out to the car. We've got to go after them.
Well, wait, Batman. How can we go after them? We don't know which way they went.
Look, you saw them drive up. Which way did they come from?
Well, from that direction, the Metropolis way.
And the chances are they went back that same way. Come on, into the car.
Can't you get any more speed out of this wagon, Batman?
Oh, blast it. If only Kent hadn't made me leave our Batmobile at home.
Yeah, if. Listen, what did you mean before when you said this might be the end of Superman?
Robin, there's only one secret I've ever kept from you, and that's it. So be a good fella and don't ask questions.
Okay, Pappy.
Now, keep your eyes peeled. Maybe you can pick up their lights on a curve.
I've been trying, but all I can see are dark mountains.
Okay. Now, hang on, Robin.
Hey, what are you turning off the road for?
I remember there was a shortcut in here somewhere that goes down to the highway. I'm hoping this is it. Now, hang on. Look, Robin. There's the good old highway below.
Oh, hot dog. This old shortcut paid off, even if it did jar my back teeth loose. Hey, but now we are in a fix.
What do you mean?
We don't know if Bailey's car with Mr. Kent is behind us or ahead of us, or if it even came this way at all.
Well, if it came from Metropolis, chances are it went back there. And with the start it had, it ought to be ahead of where we are now, because the shortcut only saved a few miles.
Fair reasoning, if only it works out that way.
We'll find out, I hope. Now, sit tight. Here's the highway. Now, see anything?
Nope. Oh, wait. Just coming out of that curve up ahead. Now, there's a car.
Well, Bailey's car had 2 yellow fog lights. Can you make them out?
No, I can only see the back of the car now. Wait, the road is curving again.
Well?
Just a sec. Yes, it's got yellow fog lights, all right. That's our baby, Batman.
Well, here's hoping.
Oh, a step on it. They're pulling away from us.
They've got a faster car. Good thing there's so many curves in this road.
Now, what's good about that?
We can pick up a little time by hitting into them full throttle. Now, hang on to your hat, chum. This is going to be a wild ride.
What time is it now, Chopin?
It's 11 o'clock, Biggie.
Yeah, Slick and the boys should have been here with Clark Kent by now. I wonder what's holding them up.
Oh, don't get yourself all worked up, Biggie. You're pulling all the buttons off your vest. Why do you do that?
Because I'm nervous, that's why. Look, Chopin, play me something on the piano, huh? Something that'll kind of quiet me down.
Yeah, sure, okay, Biggie. What'll you have this time, huh?
I don't care. Anything, just get a beat in it.
Ha, you know me, pal. Sit back now and get a load of this. How's that, Biggie?
It's okay. Good.
Hey, Biggie.
Yeah?
I've been thinking.
Well, cut it out. I don't keep you around to think. Just play.
Yeah, sure. But look, when Slick does bring Kent here, what are you going to do then? To find out if he's really Superman, I mean.
That's easy.
Yeah? Tell me how, Biggie. Come on, tell me.
You'll see soon enough. All I hope is that I didn't run into no trouble.
Ha! If you ask me, anybody that tangles with Superman is sure to run into trouble.
Well, nobody asked, Jaghead. So shut up.
Okay.
And stop playing that dopey number.
I thought you liked it.
Well, I'm already tired of it. Play me something else, something with more jump in it.
Yeah, sure, Biggie. Anything you say. How's this?
Yeah, that's okay.
Sure are nervous tonight.
Well, who wouldn't be? All the dough in the world just waiting to be picked up if I can prove Clark Kent is Superman.
Hey, Biggie.
Now what?
I've been thinking.
Again?
Yeah. Hey, look. Supposing Kent ain't Superman, but he's really hurt bad from that car accident, and now, after being dragged around, he dies on us. What happens then?
That wouldn't be so good, but we gotta take a chance.
Yeah, but that'd be a murder rap, wouldn't it?
Well, sure, but we gotta see that he don't die. We still got Dr. Bushmill here. He's one of the best doctors there is.
Yeah, but I don't like keeping him around, especially with all the cops in Metropolis looking for him.
Well, I don't like it either. We can't turn him loose on account of he knows too much, and I don't want to take a chance on getting rid of him till this Superman thing is out of the way. So we just gotta play it cagey till then.
But just the same, we...
All right, hold it, Chopin. That must be Slick.
Huh? Where?
At the door, you dope. Let him in.
Oh, okay. Hey, wait a minute, Biggie. Maybe that's the cops. Maybe they traced Dr. Bushmill here. Maybe...
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, but it could be.
Well, there's only one way to find out. Open the door. Hello, Slick.
Hiya, Biggie. What do you want this guy?
Holy smokes. Is that Clark Kent?
It ain't Little Red Riding Hood, Chopin.
Bring him over here and put him on the couch, boys.
Okay. Come on, fellas. Yeah. Oh, this guy is awful heavy, Biggie.
Creepers, look how he's all wrapped up in them bandages. Like one of them mummies he looks.
Sure, he was in an awful bad accident, huh, Biggie?
That's what we're gonna find out.
Okay. Let him down, guys. Yeah, that does it. Now, Biggie.
Just a minute, Slick. You and Chopin stay here. You other guys, take a walk for yourselves.
Okay, come on, Joe.
Hey, listen, Biggie, we...
Shut up. Kent's awful quiet.
Is he still alive?
Yeah, let's see. Too many bandages on to feel his heart, but I can feel his pulse.
That's what I've been doing all the way here. It's good and strong, though.
Yeah. He's alive, all right. He's probably conscious, too.
Oh, he ain't, Biggie. You can see.
He could be faking, you know. How about it, Kent?
He don't answer.
No.
Well, if he really is Kent and is unconscious, he wouldn't answer. But if he's Superman and don't want us to know he is, he wouldn't answer either.
Yeah, that's right.
So how are we going to find out if he's Superman?
That's easy. Just watch me. We'll know in a minute. Maybe Kent is what he makes out to be, a newspaper reporter. But me, I think he's Superman. And here's where I prove it.
What are you going to do, Biggie?
Just keep your eyes open, Chopin, and you'll see.
Hey, what's the idea tonight, Biggie?
Can't you guess, Slick?
Well, no.
Neither can I.
Well, just watch me, boys. In a minute, we're going to find out for sure if Kent is Superman. Now, I'm going to... Hey, what the...
Hey, that's the door.
Somebody's at the door.
Holy smokes, who can that be?
I don't care who it is. We can't let anybody in now. So be quiet. We'll make out like nobody's home.
Boy, I hope it ain't the cops, Biggie.
They shouldn't be the cops.
Oh, we got Dr. Bushmill here, you know. If they traced him, they...
I think it's just one of the boys.
I don't care who it is, I tell you. We can't let anybody in.
Open the door. This is the police.
What the...
Hey, it is the cops, Biggie.
Let me think.
Biggie, I told you we should have got rid of Dr. Bushmill. Now we got a kidnapping rap.
Maybe they found out we got Kent.
Yeah, that too.
We know you're in there. Open that door.
Quick, you guys. Help me stow Kent onto the sofa.
Yeah. All right,
come
they're
on
looking
now.
for him, Biggie. They'll search the place.
Yeah, well, we'll have to take that chance. Get under the couch with him. Push.
Yeah, okay.
If they find Bushmill in the basement, we might get the chair.
This is your last chance. We gonna open the door or do we break it?
Yeah, just a minute. Yeah, that does it. Go on, Chopin. Play piano. Hurry up.
Yeah.
Oh, Slick, get that scared look off your face.
Okay.
They're coming. Sorry it took me so long to open the door, officer.
You're Conroy, aren't you?
Yeah, we didn't hear you at first. We were having a little party, a little music.
Yeah, that's right.
Close the door, Burke, and watch. Okay. You, stop beating that piano.
Yeah. Okay, copper.
Look here, officer. What's the idea of barging in like this? I'm a citizen. I pay my taxes.
Skip it, Conroy. In case you forgot, your pal Mike Hickey isn't running Metropolis anymore, so you can't kick the law around and get away with it like old time.
I don't know what you mean.
You shouldn't ought to say things like that.
No, we all obey the law.
Cut it out. Conroy, we spotted you on the drive a little while ago and trailed you here.
Trailed us.
There must be some mistake, officer. I've been right here all evening.
Cut it out, Conroy. I tell you, we trailed your car here. Up to this street, anyhow. And we just identified the car in your driveway.
But I tell you, I wasn't out in my car.
That's right, officer. He was right here.
You can tell that to the judge.
The judge?
Yeah, we clocked you at 65 miles an hour on the drive. So here's your ticket for speeding.
Huh? For speeding?
Well, I'll be...
You mean that's all you...
Shut up, Chopin.
Come on, Burke. Let's go.
Speeding, eh? How do you like that?
Oh, boy, I thought we was dead pigeons.
Me too. And all I wanted was to slip us a ticket for speeding.
Yeah.
Okay, enough comedy. Let's get back to Kent now. You guys help me get him out from under the sofa. Oh, come on!
This is it, Robin. 1272 Adams Street. File out.
Okay, Batman. I hope this is the right place.
The license bureau said the car we followed and lost belongs to Biggie Conroy, the racketeer, didn't they?
Well, sure, but...
And this is Conroy's house. Now, come on. Make like a mouse.
But Biggie Conroy didn't jump us in Clifftown and maybe take Mr. Kent away. It was Slick Bailey and his guerrillas.
Hasn't it occurred to you, Robin, that Bailey could be working for Biggie Conroy?
Say, that could be. Conroy's a big operator.
And how? Now, hold it.
What's up?
2 men coming from the garage.
Uh-oh. They'll see us here in the driveway.
Quick, get behind those bushes on the lawn. Yeah.
Hold that.
They saw us, Batman. Quiet.
I saw something. Come on, let's have a look.
Yeah, that's right. We're just 2 little kittens.
Quiet, Robin.
Anyhow. Come on.
Here they come, Batman.
Right. Now, when I give the word, up and at 'em. Make it fast and quiet.
Check.
Something went into these bushes.
Now, Robin.
Yeah, man.
What are you trying? Get this.
Sorry, mister, I'm the Sandman.
And I'm that little kitten you saw. Feel my claws? Oh!
Nice going, Robin. They'll sleep for a while.
Oh, now what, Batman?
You see that balcony on the 2nd floor extending out over the driveway?
I'm practically on it right now. Wait till I get my rope.
All right. Here goes mine.
Oh, bullseye. I'll loop the other post.
Good shot. Come on now. Shimmy up to the balcony.
Oh, check. Say, Batman.
Save your breath, Robin. Climb.
Yeah, but it just occurred to me. Oh, he took care of 2 gorillas just now, but there was a car full. Maybe we should have brought a few cops along so as not to hog the whole show ourselves, you know.
Don't know for sure that Kent is here.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Up you come.
All set. Now we walk in and look for Kent.
That's a match. I hope this French door is unlocked. Yeah. Come on now, Robin. Quietly.
Okay.
What the?
Who turned the lights on?
We did, sonny boy.
Batman, they've got guns.
So I see. 3 of them.
Yeah, we got guns. So don't try nothing smart.
What are you going to do with the knife, Biggie?
I'm going to cut the bandages off our pal here, Chopin.
Cut the bandit. Oh, what for?
Don't you get it, Slick? Kent's supposed to have been seriously injured in that auto accident, see? He's all bandaged up like a mummy.
Well, yeah, but...
I think the accident was a phony. The kid is into thinking he ain't Superman. You see, I figure he ain't hurt at all.
Oh, I get it. You're going to cut the bandages off, and if he ain't hurt...
Right. We'll know he's faking. And is really Superman.
Good idea.
Well, here goes.
Knock 'em cold, Chuck. Come on. Biggie's gun downstairs and can tell us what to do.
Here they come, Batman. What'll we do?
Just take your cue from me, chum.
I'll take care of the big guy, Ninja. And give it to the kid.
Okay, Robin.
Yeah, man.
Get to work.
Hey, wait, Biggie, what's that noise upstairs?
I don't know. Chopin, go see what it is.
Yeah, yo, okay, Biggie.
I guess a couple of the boys got in a fight. It's over now. Go ahead, Biggie. Get the rest of the bandages off Kent.
Okay, Slick, I just about got him off.
Hey, Biggie,
now.
Biggie.
Hey, what's the matter?
There's 2 guys coming down the stairs. They got on costumes and masks.
Come on, Robin. Let's take these characters.
I'm right with you,
Holy
Batman.
smokes, Batman and Robin.
Where's my gun? Digger!
Hello, Mr. Biggie. Haven't we met before?
You come to Papa, egghead.
Look out, Robin. The big guy has a gun.
As Biggie Conroy levels his gun at Batman and more of his followers pour into the room, Clark Kent, forgotten for a moment, reaches to a table behind his head, grabs a heavy ashtray, and hurls it toward the ceiling where it strikes the light fixture, shatters it, and plunges the room into darkness.
What happened to the light?
Saved by the bell. Keep hustling, Robin.
Sure, Pappy. I can't see these mugs, but I can hit them.
Get Batman and Robin. Finish them.
As the fight rages furiously, blindly in the darkness, Kent, still wrapped in bandages, bounds from the couch and wades into the fray. Able to see clearly in the dark, he flashes about the room, smacking Biggie Conroy and his henchmen to the floor like 10 pins, where they spin from the shattering force of Superman's blows, and then lie still. Only Kent and Batman remain standing. Casting a quick look about him, Kent strides to a table in the corner where a lamp still stands erect, turns a switch, and sends a soft glow of light into the room.
What the? Kent.
Yes, you got here in the nick of time, Batman.
You mean you did? I wondered what made all these guys drop so fast. I knew Robin and I couldn't.
Hey, wait. What happened to Robin? He's right here. Knocked out for a moment, but he'll be all right.
You sure?
Yes. Now, listen, chum.
Oh, wait, your bandages are slashed. Did Conroy find out?
No, he didn't. But he was just going to when you and Robin showed up. Now, listen. We'll tie these lads up, and then you phone for the police. Tell them they'll find Dr. Bushmill locked in a room in the cellar.
Dr. Asa Bushmill?
Yes, Conroy abducted him, as I figured. He's all right, but Conroy and his playmates will go to jail for life if they manage to beat the chair.
Great. They'll never be able to prove you're Superman then, even if they still suspect you.
Right. Okay, let's get busy with your rope, Batman. I want to be back on that couch apparently dead to the world when Biggie Conroy wakes up and the police get here.
Oh, Robin's coming too.
Yeah.
Better hop back onto your couch, Clark. He and I'll finish this little laundry job.
Okay, chum.
Oh, my head. Batman.
Did the birdies sing you a nice song, sonny boy?
Oh, you're not kidding. Christopher Columbus. Don't tell me you called off all these gorillas by yourself.
Well, I had a little help.
You mean me? Shucks, the joint was jumping when I passed out of the picture. Oh, look, Batman, you don't know your own strength.
Okay, cut the comedy, Robin. We've got things to do. Pick up the phone and call Inspector Henderson and tell him to roll his biggest Black Maria down here.
Oh, okay, Batman.
Hey, Clark. Yeah, I was afraid you'd give the show away by laughing if Robin made that crack about me.
I almost did, Batman.
Hello, headquarters. Connect me with Inspector Henderson, please. Well, I want to report that Batman and Robin have a load of Easter presents.
In an untidy little office in a small soda bottling factory, two heavy-set men who bear a strong family resemblance sit at identical desks. They are in their middle 30s and have pale, beefy faces, tight lips, and pale eyes. Behind them, at the dirty window, another man sits on a case of empty soda bottles. A boy of about 13, who resembles the two men at the desks, stands between them as he is being questioned.
Go on, tell us just what happened, Ralphie.
Well, I went to see the two kids first. I told them what you said, that they better not show up on Saturday or they'd be sorry.
So, what did they do?
Just a minute, George. You didn't tell them we said that, did you, Ralphie?
Of course not, Dad. I said I was speaking for myself and all the other kids.
Good. What did they say?
And they said they had just as much right as anybody else to be there, and to be in on the competition, too. And they were gonna be there.
Oh, they said that, eh?
We'll fix their hides, a dirty little...
Now, take it easy, George.
No, John, you heard what Ralphie said. Well, I say we go to those kids' houses and teach them a lesson. Show them they ain't got no right to mix with our kind. What do you say, Henry?
Well, I want to hear what John says first.
I don't care what he says. I heard enough.
Shut up, George. What did you do then, Ralphie?
Well, then I talked to Jim Olsen.
Jim Olsen?
Oh, he's the young Daily Planet reporter.
Uh-huh. And he's kind of in charge when the coach can't be there. Doggone him.
What's the matter?
What did he say?
He ran me off the field.
What? Ran you off?
Yeah. He said I was a rotten American and I had a filthy mind. And he said if I showed up around there again, he might lose his temper and beat my ears down.
Oh, he did.
You hear that, John? He called Ralphie, your son, a rotten American. He stood up for those other dirty kids and he threatened Ralphie. Are we going to stand for that?
No, George, we're not.
Now you're waking up. Let's go to work tonight.
Now, hold it, George. We're going to work, all right. But we're not going to stick our necks out. Now, I've got an idea how we can handle this safely.
Let's hear it, John. I think it's time something was done about those two kids, too.
And about this Jim Olsen.
All right, now listen. We've given those two boys ample warning, but they wouldn't listen. So we're going to take care of them another way. To show all the others like them, we mean business.
Good.
And to show everybody else in Metropolis what it means to stand up for kids like that, we're going to take care of Jim Olsen, too. Good.
His pale eyes cold as ice and his flat voice edged with hate, the man called John outlines a vicious plan to his companions. A plan which means great danger to cub reporter Jimmy Olsen and two unknown boys whom Jimmy has apparently befriended. Who are these men and the boy they call Ralphie? What has Jimmy Olsen done to incur their displeasure? Who are the two unnamed boys? And what will happen to them and to Jimmy? We're beginning an exciting new Superman adventure, fellows and girls. One which will keep you on the edges of your chairs from beginning to end. Be sure to be with us tomorrow, same time, same station, for Chapter 1 of The Skin Game on The Adventures of Superman.
Superman is a copyrighted feature appearing in Superman DC Comics Magazine and is brought to you Monday through Friday at this time. This program came from New York. Stay tuned to your mutual station for Captain Midnight, which follows in just a moment. And right after Captain Midnight, you will hear Tom Mix and his Ralston Straight Shooter. This is the Mutual Broadcasting System.